What's happening? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. And yeah. When y'all come in the building, smash on my like button. Let me know you in the building. Y'all already know we about to have a great show, hell of a show. And we got a lot to talk about. So when you come in, smash that like button and then jump in the comments. Let me know you in the building. Sheena, what's going on with it, Queen? I ain't seen you in a minute. DP Rocker in the building. What's happening with it? My man, Kwame East, Lord to the Game, Boxing Talk in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah, like I said, we finna have a hell of a show. Lot to cook on. You know what I'm talking about? Dank Father, what's happening with it? A1 Hoops on, what it do? Stan 92, Nitty G, All Might. Yeah. And y'all hit that like button so they can get my notifications sent out. Boxing Social, what's happening with it? Yeah, a lot going on. You know, man, we got a hell of a roster of fights coming up soon. You know, shit. What we got going on this weekend? We got anything? Oh yeah, Tyson Fury fight this weekend. So Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte fight this weekend. I don't care for now one of them, but I really don't care for Dillian Whyte. I don't know. Dillian Whyte just get up under my skin more than anybody do. Dillian Whyte, the two cats that I can't stand the most in boxing is Dillian Whyte and Big Baby Miller. And I don't like Triple G neither, but you know, that's Triple G is just, yeah, it's for another reason, you know. It's because he just ducked so many opponents. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about, a lot to cook on. I guess I'm going to watch the Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte. You know, I'm going to watch it on my streaming service. Watch it on my streaming service. I ain't paying for it. I heard they trying to make people pay $70 plus dollars on pay-per-view. You feel what I'm saying? I heard they making people pay $70 plus for Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury. Who is even on that undercard? I know Big Baby Jared Anderson was supposed to fight on the undercard, but he ended up getting injured. Who's on the undercard? I don't even know who on that undercard. The best dad ever, say, I bought all pay-per-views, but this will be the fight that I will not buy. I'm treating my wife to dinner. I feel you. You know what I'm talking about? I feel you on that. He said the undercard trash. Oh, yeah, my sister got a big birthday party this weekend I got to go to, so I might not even be able to watch that fight. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I might not even be able to watch that fight. Ruben Gutierrez says, what streaming service is good? I got one that's called ProStream 4K TV, right? I got it on 5 TVs in my house. I got it on 5 TVs, and I got it on all my cellular devices. So I got it on my phone and my tablet. So for all of that, and you get every pay-per-view. But like I said, I pay for the pay-per-views if it's fights that I want to watch, just because I want to support that fighter. So I still do buy pay-per-views if it's a fighter that I support and if it's a good fight. If it's a fight that I see that's worthy of paying for. But with that ProStream 4K TV streaming service, you get all the pay-per-views, you get all the premium channels, You get all the sports channels. You get the NBA package, NFL package, NCAA. You get everything. You know what I'm saying? You get everything. It's all in 4K, so it ain't none of that buffering bullshit. It's just like regular TV. You know what I'm saying? You get all that, and like I said, for 5 TVs and then unlimited cellular devices, I paid like $40, $50, $49, $50 a month. I think I pay because I got an add-on to have it on all my tablets and shit. So I think I paid like $46 a month after everything. And you know what I'm saying? But you gotta pay it. The thing is the day of your bill, they cut that shit off. So you gotta stay on top of it. But they got real good customer service. You know what I'm saying? You pay it, they cut your shit right back on. You just let them know, hey, I paid my bill. And yeah, I've been messing with them for some years now. I've probably had them for like 4 years now. I canceled my direct TV because that shit was costing. See, I was paying over $200 a month for that direct TV shit. And that wasn't even, I was paying like $190 before I canceled it. Shit, with taxes, it was like 200 and something. And that wasn't even including the internet. Shit, the internet was another 130 on top of that. It's ProStream 4K TV. ProStream 4K TV. Yeah. EJ20 says, did I buy the Errol Spence versus Ugas undercard? I mean, if that's what you want to call it, I was at the fight. I was ringside at the fight. So, I mean, yeah, I bought my ticket. Dank Father say, I hate DirecTV. Yeah, man, my bill started off like $130. Before I knew it, my shit over $200. I'm like, what the fuck going on? They just kept raising the price and raising the price and raising the price. What's happening with it, Batman? A1 Hoop Zone in the building. Jay West in the building. Charles Granger, he's Hoop Session in the building. EJJ King, K Savoy, what's happening with it? The Lonely Fam Sports, what's good with it? Cassandra the Queen is in the building, straight from that Cincinnati, Ohio. What's going on with it, Cassandra? Yeah, but let's cook. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. Tyson Fury, you know, I'm getting conflicted reports going on with Tyson Fury. Always conflicting reports with Tyson Fury. I'm hearing reports saying that Tyson Fury ain't even in shape. I'm hearing some reports, and we hear this every time Tyson Fury got a fight come up. And I'm starting to think that Tyson Fury, real talk, I'm starting to think that Tyson Fury have false reports leaked out to try to throw the opponent off. Because he did that shit with Wilder. Remember, with Wilder, they were saying Tyson Fury wasn't in shape, and he was in horrible shape, and he wasn't training, and he was doing, and then the motherfucker come out, you know what I'm saying? Gas tank on full and shit. He do that shit every time. So I'm hearing reports leading into this fight Saturday that, again, Tyson Fury, he been looking horrible in training. He not in shape, and this is going to be his last fight. And I thought about it, and I said, I don't believe none of that shit, because when I heard Sugar Hill talking, he said this is the best training camp that they've had, right? Sugar Hill said this is the best training camp that they've had. So it's always conflicting reports with Tyson Fury. But at the end of the day, Dillian Whyte, only chance that he has to me is he got to knock out Tyson Fury cold. That's the only chance Dillian Whyte got. And do I think that Dillian Whyte can knock out Tyson Fury? No. Hell no. If Wilder couldn't knock out Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte sure in the hell can't knock out Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how Tyson Fury's going to approach this fight, though. You feel me? Case of Voice said that Coke make you feel good. Hey, man, you already know that boy be powdering his nose. He already said it. But I'm I'm interested in seeing how Tyson Fury gonna come out in this fight. You feel me? Is he gonna go to the old Tyson Fury and be, light on his feet, boxing, moving, upper body, head movement, all that? Or is he gonna come in and he gonna try to, do what he did to Wilder, use his weight advantage, right? But see, the thing is Dillian Whyte, he a lot bigger than Wilder, weight-wise, size-wise, right? He a lot more solid than Wilder. So can Tyson Fury fight Dillian Whyte the same way that he did Deontay Wilder, using the bully tactics, driving him back to the ropes and bullying him? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? How y'all see that fight going? How do y'all see Tyson Fury coming out fighting Dillian Whyte? Do y'all see him bullying Dillian Whyte? And y'all give me a second real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right. I'm back. Yeah, let me get to some of y'all coming. Boxing Talk 101. What's happening with it? Salute. Let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah, cause I'm curious to see how Tyson Fury gonna fight Dillian Whyte. Cause Dillian Whyte, you know what I'm saying, he different. He different than he's like I said, he's more solid than Wilder. Can he bully Dillian Whyte like he was trying to do Wilder? Juwan Ramos, what's happening with it? Cassandra Mason says, not a fan of either fighter, but I hope someone she says, but she hope somehow, some way Whyte wins. I ain't fucking. I sure don't want Dillian Whyte to win. I can't stand that dude. Like I said, I don't like Tyson Fury at all, neither, but Dillian Whyte, I don't like him even worse. With his coon ass. Mr. Holmes says, all Tyson Fury has to do is box him. You right. You know what I'm saying? But is he going to choose to do that? Or is he going to choose to go in there and try to knock him out? A1 Hoops on say he's going to box his head off and then walk him down and get him up out of there. The Michelin man going to win. Yeah, okay. So you think he going to do a little bit of both. Box Talk says, I need Fury to get Whyte out of the heavyweight conversation for good. I don't see how that guy has fans. Me neither. I can't stand that motherfucker. I'm telling y'all, I can't stand that dude. Emmanuel Pettigrew, salute. Joe the Beast, salute. EJ20 says, Fury second defense of his title. Yeah, that is true. All this time, Fury, this only his second defense of the title. Big Nick 32, what's happening with it? Stan 92 says Whyte is the bigger guy, so I think Fury will box more than bully, but he gonna try both. You think he gonna box more than bully him? Love him down, Gaither, what's happening? He says no need. He had to do that to Wilder because of power from outside. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? M Stack said they kind of want Whyte to win. I can't stand that motherfucker. Like Whyte is, I don't know what y'all rooting for Whyte for. You know what I'm saying? He ain't, I know some people be like, well, because he's black, but he don't fucking know it. You know what I'm saying? He let that man sit up there in the press conference and basically call him a fucking slave right in his face, and all he did was fucking laugh at the shit. Man, fuck Dillian Whyte. Ace 99 says Fury ducking Usyk. Yeah, bruh. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know where you get that from. But K Savoy said he can't stand neither of them. Me neither. But to me, I just can't stand Dillian Whyte a little more. Ty Swindle said, I don't give a damn if they draw. I do, because I picked Dillian. I got my bread on Tyson Fury. So I need Tyson Fury to go out here and get that W. However he get it, he gotta get it. To keep it real. Teach what's happening with it. Yeah, but y'all hit the like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Help them send out these notifications. I know they ain't really sending out the notifications. They sending out the notification real slow today. So, you know, hit the like button. Help get out these notifications. In other news, man, Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano, we got that fight coming up. They had a press conference today, you know, and Brian Castano talking a lot of shit. Hit my like button. Y'all smash my like button. Brian Castano is talking a whole lot of shit in the press conference they had today. Brian Castano is guaranteeing that he gonna stop Jermell Charlo, that he gonna knock Jermell Charlo out. He says that he don't appreciate how Jermell Charlo was accusing him of basically trying to buy more time, pushing back the fight, saying he was lying about his bicep injury. He said that he has the x-rays to prove that his bicep was torn, right? Castano was talking big shit, like big shit. You know, he's saying that yeah, he going in there and he guaranteeing he gonna knock out Jermell Charlo. And he said if he so happened he don't knock him out, he said he gonna beat him up and punish him for 12 rounds. Now, he sounded real confident. Brian Castano was sounding real confident, right? Very confident. But the thing is, you could talk that talk, but can you walk the walk? You can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? I really don't see Brian Castano doing all of that shit he's saying he gonna do. Because if we go back to the last fight, Jermell Charlo is the one to me that looked like that he should have got the knockout. Yeah, Brian Castano hurt Jermell Charlo one time in that fight. Jermell Charlo admitted it. He was like, yeah, he caught me real good. And I believe he said it was the third round. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, Jermell Charlo caught him several times. And I thought that Jermell Charlo should have turned on the gas and got him up out of there. And I see Jermell Charlo making the adjustments. And this time when he get him hurt, he going to turn up the gas and get him up out of there. But Brian Castano ain't nobody to play with. He ain't nobody to play with. And it just going to come down to who makes the better adjustment and who is the sharper fighter coming into this fight. Who's sharper? They both had the same amount of time outside of the ring, right? They both didn't have a layoff. And who is sharper? That's what it's going to come down to. You feel me? But Brian Castano sounded very confident. Now, from looking at the press conference, if you got to say, okay, which one of these fighters look more confident and sound more confident, I'm going to keep it 100. Even though I'm picking Jermell Charlo to stop him, Brian Castano was sounding and looking a lot more confident than Jermell Charlo is looking at this point. He just, I don't know. He just got that look in his eye, like to where he like, man, this dude ain't got nothing for me. I'm going to beat the fuck out of Jermell Charlo. Like I said, he looked very confident. Now, can he translate that into the ring? We'll see. But I got Jermell Charlo. I'm sticking with who I'm picking. But it ain't going to be an easy fight for neither one of these guys. And especially now that they both fought each other and they both are able to study that fight and they know what the other fighter can do well and what the other fighter's weaknesses are. This is going to be a tough fight. This is a fight that I wouldn't be comfortable betting on. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I wouldn't be comfortable betting on this fight. You feel me? This is a dangerous fight for both of these fighters. And I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Castano pulled it out. I wouldn't be surprised either way. Boxing Talk 101 says, but Americans love loudmouths. People in the UK love real fighters who are good. Bro, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro. You just wasting your time because anyway, Box Talk 101 says, Box Talk 101 says, I like Brian Castano and Mel. I got mutual friends with Castano, but I think Mel is great for boxing. I want Mel to win. Yeah, I'm pushing for Mel. Like I said, I just think he gonna win. I mean, shit, Brian Castano, man, no disrespect, but it's like, what ain't nothing exciting about Brian Castano. Like Jamel said today, like, dude can't even speak English. So Jamel, like, I'm sitting here trying to talk shit to this dude. He don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. Dude can't even speak English. And so, like, you know, I mean, ain't nothing exciting about Brian Castano. What's exciting about Brian Castano? Nothing. He a good fighter, though. He a good little fighter. Okay, man, somebody get Ace 99 up out of here. All he want to do is come in here, you know what I'm saying, acting like a bitch, this shit that he is. I could tell by the shit he writing, and disrupt the chat. Get his motherfucking ass up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that shit today. I got him up out of there. Bye. You know what I'm saying? Now he can watch from the background. Make it, or if he want to make another account and type some more bullshit so I could block that account. Understand these motherfuckers is weirdos. Jawan said Jamel got to go to the body more and slow that motherfucker down. Yeah, man, he do. Jamel gonna have to do everything. He gonna have to be sharp, right? Because like I said, Brian Castano, he coming in there, he very confident, and he coming in there to win. He ain't coming in there to bullshit. Like I said, I could look at a man's demeanor and tell, like, Brian Castano really thinks that he's better than Jermell Charlo. He don't really think that Jermell Charlo got too much for him. But hey, let him keep thinking that. And once Jermell Charlo hit him with one of them swift-ass hooks, and you know what I'm saying, make him do the stanky leg and jump on him and get his ass up out of there. What's happening with it, Coach? What it do? Sheena says, should we slap Ace? Yeah. You already know I had to get his ass up out of here, Sheena. Joe Jackson, I got Charlo easy. Castano had his chance and blew it. Unless Castano comes with new skills, he getting KO. It ain't easy, bro. This ain't gonna be no easy fight. I'm telling y'all. Don't go in here betting. You know what I'm saying? Just because you like somebody and thinking it's gonna be easy. Trust me, this ain't gonna be no easy fight. I told people that the last time. I told y'all that the last time. I said, hey, this a 50-50 fight, y'all. I said Brian Castano can win. I said I'm picking Jermell Charlo barely, but it's gonna be a 50-50 fight, and that's what it turned out to be. It turned out to be a draw. Boxing Talk said exactly. He's a good fighter, but he don't move the needle in my opinion. Nah, he really don't. William Old School, what's happening with it? Salute. Man, he said Jermell gonna come in boxing this fight. We gonna see. Moving. I don't know. It just depends because Brian Castano's a pressure fighter, so he gonna put that pressure on you. Jermell Charlo's not gonna be. He gonna have to bang. He's not gonna be able to just move around and box and do all that. He gonna get pressured into a firefight because Brian Castano, he gonna make you fight that way. OTB boxing class, what's happening with it? Salute. BH, I appreciate you. Yeah, so this gonna be a good fight. And like I said, now I'm looking at Brian Castano and the confidence that he coming with, and it just let me know even more this fight is gonna be a banger. For real, we in for a treat. When is it? May? What is it? May 14th? Is it May 14th? This fight finna happen. Let me see. think it's the 14th or something. Let me see. It's on. Nah, damn. Wait, nah, that's Jamal Charlo. Hold on. Jamel Charlo. Yeah, Jamel Charlo is fighting. Yeah, the 14th. May the 14th. Jamel Charlo fighting on the 14th. Smooth Groove, what's happening with it? What it do? Straight from that Oak Cliff. Yeah. Yeah, Jamel Charlo is fighting on the 14th of May. So that's about, where we at right now? That's about like 3.5 weeks away. Hold on. Ooh, shit, excuse me. That's like 3.5 weeks away. But yeah, Kano, what's happening with it, Kano? Let me get everybody in the chat. Let me get y'all picks. And you know, we probably going to go back to this leading up to the fight. But let me get y'all picks. If you got Jamel Charlo, put a J in the chat. If you got Brian Castano, put a B in the chat. A J for Jamel, right? A B for Brian Castano. Let me see who y'all picking. I want to get the chat. You know what I'm saying? I want to get the chat involved. Let me know who y'all picking. OTB say Jamel. K Savoy picking Jamel. Castano got my bad, Castano. Cano Loco got Jamel. Sheena got Jamel. My coach got Jamel. A1 Hoop Zone got Jamel. We got a lot of Jamels up in this motherfucker. Let me see who else we got. Who I missed? Dank Father got Jamel. No Say Jay, he got Brian Castano. Speaks got Jamel. Oh shit. Every Dodge Swindle got Jamel. Ruben, Jamel. Cassandra got Jamel. Texas Bubba Stop 6. He got Jamel. Anthony Johnson got Jamel. Stan 92 Teach. All AJ the Assassin DLJ got Jamel. Mario Foster. Lee Smith salute. William, let me see. That shit. It's a lot of Jamels. Fidel Martinez got Brian Castano, Antoine Johnson. Yeah, and my man Ricky Williams in the building. He says, fuck all of that. Smash the like button. Yeah, y'all smash the like button. I don't even want to look at the likes because I know they looking bad. You know what I'm saying? That shit just gonna ruin my whole mood if I go and look at these likes and see that, you know, half of y'all ain't hit the like button. But yeah, hit my like button. Everybody picking Jamel. It's like a damn. You know what I'm saying? It's two people I seen pick Brian Castano. Everybody picking Jamel. Damn. Well, by the way of this chat, if the odds is looking like it is in this chat, Brian Castano, you know what I'm saying? You fuck around and make a whole lot of money off of him. But I think the odds is going to be 50-50. I think the odds are going to be real close too. Because, I mean, shit, the last fight was a draw. You feel me? And like my man K Savoy said, hit the like button. It don't cost y'all nothing to hit the like button, people. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that fight for sure. For sure, looking forward to that fight on May the 14th. You know, and then we got Shakur Stevenson on the set, but on May the 30th, right? On the 30th finna be lit. We got Shakur Stevenson on the 30th. We got Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano on the 30th. And something else going, I think is another fight on the 30th I'm missing. But on April the 30th, that is boxing deep. Boxing is deep on April the 30th. You feel me? Carter Boy Fresh says he got Brian Castano. No Say Jay say this fight has a feel of Paul Williams versus Sergio Martinez 2. Paul Williams versus Sergio Martinez 2. I know what was it? The first fight when Sergio Martinez knocked out Paul Williams. No, it was the second fight where Sergio Martinez knocked out Paul Williams cold. If anybody get knocked out cold in this fight, to me, it's gonna be Brian Castano. Jermell Charlo got a granite chin. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about Jermell Charlo. He got a granite chin. You ain't finna knock out Jermell Charlo like that. He didn't show and he didn't prove that Jermell Charlo has a fucking chin on him. You know what I'm saying? Now, he do have problems with fighters that can box. Fighters that can box and move, got a good jab. You know, you're going to present Jermell Charlo a problem, but I don't see Brian Castano beating him, but like I said, I won't be surprised if Brian Castano do pull it out because he a dog. He got to be able to show that he can take Jermell Charlo power. That's the thing with Brian Castano, right? If he can go in there this time and he could be, you know what I'm saying, his chin can hold up under Jermell Charlo's power, then Jermell Charlo going to have a tough time beating Brian Castano. But I don't see Brian Castano holding up to Jermell Charlo power. He showed that he really couldn't do it the last fight. Jermell Charlo just let him off the hook a couple times. Coach say if he execute Derrick James' plan, he will win. If Jermell do what he wants to do, he loses. Yeah, I feel you. He do got to execute the game plan. He talked about how Derrick James was pissed off at him, right? After the first Brian Castano fight, because of course Derrick James was pissed because Jermell Charlo wasn't listening. He wasn't listening to the instructions that Derrick James was giving him. Speak said Charlo gonna have to get Castano on the back foot and go to the body more, and he'll get him out of there. Juwan Ramos said Castano didn't throw as many punches as he usually does. Yeah, he didn't. Brian Castano usually is a volume puncher. And Jermell Charlo, like, he held him, you know what I'm saying? He held that shit down to where he had Brian Castano tentative to throw punches like he usually do. But see, that's another thing, Juwan. Does Brian Castano come in this fight in better shape? Does he come in this fight and, you know, throw more punches than he usually does? We don't know. We just gotta see, because it's different ways that this fight can turn out. Zenith 360 says, I'm trying to decide if I should go to the Charlo fight and Tank fight, or go do back-to-back fights, Tank and Fulton fight. When is Stephen Fulton fight? OTB says, talked about setting traps. Castano will fall for the bait. Yeah, I think so too. You know, but like you said, like Coach said, Charlo have to listen to the traps that Derrick James is telling him to put up, the game plan. You feel me? When does that fight happen with Stephen Fulton? Is it June the 4th? Okay, cool boy Steph on June the 4th. Damn, I had forgot about that fight. That shit finna be fire too, man. Cool boy Steph, he showed me that he the real deal. Like in that fight with Figueroa, man, Cool boy is a problem. Cool boy can fight on the outside. He can bang on the inside. Like, Cool boy is a problem. I like Cool. That fight against Figueroa, Brandon Figueroa, he made me he made me a believer in him. He really did. He made me a believer in him. And Cool boy Steph, man, that dude can go. He could go. Damn. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Morrell's fighting. Like I said, I got pictures and shit with Morrell. I chopped it up with Morrell for a minute, man. He cool as hell too. He funny. He a funny dude, man. I had him laughing and shit, man. David Morrell is cool as fuck, but he's strong as hell. Like like David Morrell, you could feel his strength. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these fighters, you shake their hand and they, like, you can feel like they not that strong. But David Morrell is a strong ass dude. He's solid. He's strong, man. Yeah, but Juwan Ramos said Cool Boy top 10 pound for pound. Yeah. So we got that. We got Nonito Donaire in Nui fighting. That rematch is coming up. I think that is what that rematch is it? Let me see. Nonito Donaire in Nui, they fight in June, early June. I believe they fight on June the 7th. So I think y'all got the date wrong for Stephen Fulton. I think my man said June the 4th. If June the 7th, so they got to fight on, that's on June the 7th too. Stephen Fulton got to be on June because it's a Saturday. So Nonito Donaire in Nui, they fight on June the 7th. I think Stephen Fulton, he probably fight on June the 7th also. Let me look it up. Stephen Fulton is fighting on, let me see. Stephen Fulton is fighting on June the 4th. How's they fighting on June the 7th in June? Maybe because it's overseas. Okay. June the 4th is, it's June the 4th. Man, it's so much of shit going on. I can't keep up with it. But I think the Nonito Donaire in Unui fight is June the 7th because it's overseas. So it'll be like it's on a Tuesday. That's crazy. But I know they are fighting overseas. Connor Loco says Jesus Ramos Jr. is fighting. Let me see. Fighting on the Tank undercard as well. Yeah, it's so much of shit going on. You know what I'm going to have to do? Is I'm going to have to go write down all of the dates because it'd be hard to try to find them unless you type in the names. Then we got a lot of shit coming up in June. In May we got the Brian Castano and Jamel Charlo. I don't know what else we got going on in May, but we got some shit going down. But anyway, y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash on the like button. Make sure that y'all smash the like button. Smash the like button because, about ready to get into these main topics that I want to cook on. Smash the like button. Smash it. So first thing I'm gonna cook on, but let's cook on Canelo Alvarez. Let's talk about Canelo Alvarez and hit my like button. Let's talk about Canelo Alvarez. If you ain't hit the like button, that's you know what I'm saying? Just hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. If you can't support the channel no other way, just hit the like button. So my man, Canelo Alvarez, right? I'm listening to an interview that Canelo doing, and you could tell that Canelo really don't want to fight Triple G. Like, he don't want to fight Triple G. I don't know what it is with DAZN, what type of deal that they made with Triple G when they signed Triple G to that fucked up ass contract, that lost them. They didn't lost millions on Triple G. DAZN didn't lost millions on Triple G. Like, what the fuck has Triple G done since he signed that $100 million plus contract? Nothing. Fought a whole bunch of fucking Rudy Poos that nobody cared about. That's all he did. Now, Canelo, right? Canelo, when he was asked about, the Triple G fight, he came flat out. He straight out said, he was like, man, I don't care about that fight. I ain't worried about no fucking Triple G fight. He like, man, I'm going to go out here. I'm going to knock his old ass off, and then I'm going to fucking move on. He like you could tell if it wasn't for DAZN pressing Canelo Alvarez, right? Basically, they giving him free money. You know what I'm saying? They giving him free money. We going to pay you 40 plus mil to go in here and fight this 40-year-old man and make him move up to a division he ain't never moved up to before. And you're going to go beat the shit out of him. It's an easy fight, easy bag. And they was pressing him to fight Triple G. That's why I'm saying this because I could tell because of his demeanor. He ain't even taking this motherfucker serious. He just like, yeah, I don't care about that fight. I don't care about the Triple G fight. I'm just doing it because he's saying that he doing it because the fans want to see it, which is a motherfucking lie. Ain't no fans was calling on Triple G and Canelo Alvarez at this point in time. fans was calling for that fight after the second fight, right? They was calling, if you was going to fight him a third time, fans was calling on that shit in 2018, not in 2022. Ain't no fans was calling for Triple G and Canelo Alvarez. So that was a lie, but he got to say that. You know what I'm saying? He really want to say that I don't give a fuck about this fight, but I'm fighting this man because the zone keep begging me to fight him and they paying me a lot of money to fight this man. That's it. That's what he really want to say because that's just what it is. You know, but he don't give a fuck about that Triple G fight. He telling you, he's saying it himself. He don't give a fuck about the Triple G fight. You feel me? But right, he did say that his focus is on being undisputed at light heavyweight. So now we know that after the Triple G fight, he's not going to campaign at 168 pounds no more. Now, if he fights John Ryder, I don't know. I like that. I have a problem with that. If he go and fight this fucking John Ryder dude, for what? If you know, right, that you have no plans of staying at 168, why would you stay there to fight John Ryder? Don't nobody give a fuck about no John Ryder, especially after coming off a Triple G fight. So that John Ryder shit, I feel like that's more so Eddie Hearn, right? I just can't see Canelo Alvarez wanting at this point in his career, right? After all of the shit that people didn't talk about Canelo, especially when he fought Yildirim, right? He didn't fought the fucking Rocky Field Hands and all the motherfucking bombs. I can't see him wanting to fucking go fight Dimitri Bivol, right? Then move down to 168, fight Triple G, and then stay at 168 and fight motherfucking John Ryder. Bro, I don't see that. I don't see that shit happening. I really don't. You feel me? He said that his focus is really, he ain't worried about the Triple G fight, and his focus is on being undisputed at 178. I mean at 175. So that's what I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look for him to, after that Triple G bullshit, to go straight after the winner of Arthur Bitterby and goddamn Joe Smith. That's what I want to see, right? That's what I want to see. Miami Kid Jay says Canelo is feeling the pressure from fans about the Benavidez situation. No one wants to see him fight Triple G. Yeah, don't nobody want to see that bullshit. For what? Like, what does that do? You go in there, we just seen Triple G, right, have a hard time with Murata, a motherfucker that hadn't fought in 3 years. And the only person that he had beat on his resume, right, that's even halfway decent was Rob Brandt. And Rob Brandt, he ain't even that good. Let's just keep it real. We didn't see Rob Brandt fold like some goddamn wet tissue paper a few times. You know what I'm saying? So Rob, like, come on, man. Like, I'm just keeping it 100. Like, what is that gonna do? Canelo goes out there and stops Triple G. Oh, wow. Nobody gives a fuck about that. You might as well get in the fucking ring with Rocky Fieldhand again. If you're gonna go out there and fight Triple G, the same fucking results. Triple G is a 40-year-old fucking punching bag. That's it. Ain't no way in hell Triple G gonna be able to beat Canelo at this stage. Nobody cares about, like, don't nobody, if you sit up there and say, oh man, I want to see Triple G and Canelo Alvarez, that this is a great fight. You ain't no fucking boxing fan. You's a goddamn fucking Canelo Alvarez fan or a Triple G fan. That's it. Nobody give a fuck. Like, it's no meaning to this fight at all. What is the meaning to this fight? Why? Why is it happening? It's no meaning to it. Not at all. Cassandra laughing because she a big Triple G fan. Cassandra's a huge Triple G fan, and she know I'm telling the truth. Cassandra know it ain't no meaning to this fight. For what? You know what I'm saying? Just an easy payday. That's basically what it is. Queen, what's happening with it, Queen? But yeah, so he focused on, he now, so we hear from Canelo. He said that he focusing on becoming undisputed, right? He could become undisputed in only 2 fights. You feel me? That's a quick task. Become undisputed in 2 fights. But if he do become undisputed at 175 at light heavyweight, now your back is against the wall because it's some smoke at 175. I want to see if you're going to stay at 175. If you do become undisputed, say you do, it's not an easy task to become undisputed because if you ask me, he going to have to go through Arthur Bitterbeef, right? And that's a tough fight. But if he do pull it off, right? And I think he can pull it off. You know, he got the skills to pull it off. If he do pull it off, then I want to see him stay and campaign at 175 and defend them titles. I don't want to see him jumping, moving around and doing all that other bullshit, right? Only thing I want to see him move down for, if he do go back down, is David Benavidez or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? A David Benavidez. But other than that, you stay up there and defend your titles. You feel me? You got smoke at 175. You got You got Zordo Ramirez. That's a huge fight. Imagine Canelo Alvarez and Zordo Ramirez fighting in Aztec Stadium. 100,000+ fans. That fight is a big mega fight if he fucking defend his titles undisputed against Zordo Ramirez. And if he stay at 175, I'm telling y'all, he gonna have to fight Zordo Ramirez or duck him. Or get a franchise belt or something like that and duck him. He gonna have to fight him or duck him. Canelo is not about to be no fucking undisputed simultaneously in 2 weight classes. You the only one that believe that bullshit that you saying, Dundada. Like I said, Canelo, if once he goes to 175 and go for undisputed, he's dropping them titles at 168. You the only one that believe that man is gonna sit there and hold them all them fucking titles. Come on, bro. Like that shit don't even make no sense. You know what I'm saying? All the mandatories that these fighters be having once they become undisputed, you think he gonna be able to fucking just hold the titles and not fight? Come on, man. That shit ain't happening. He dropping them titles, bro. You the only one that believes some shit like that. EJ20 says eventually Canelo will have to drop the belt. Yeah, he's going to have to drop the belts. He's going to drop the belts. He says that he's going to focus on campaigning at 175. That's just what it is. Ain't nothing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, Canelo clean, right? If he clean, he can't keep jumping up and down in weight. He can't keep going from 168 to 175, back down to 168, back up to 170. He can't do that. He's going to have to pick one weight division and stay there. You feel me? I know a lot of people think, oh, Canelo is exempt from mandatory. Nah, he can't. He's not going to be able to hold all them titles. He's going to drop them belts. And like I said, when he dropped the belts, that's going to leave 168 wide open. One of them, David Benavidez, is going to be right there. Somebody going to have to go through David Benavidez to get 1 or 2 of them titles. You feel me? J.A. Dixon said, will he get franchised at 175? I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see, bro. We're gonna have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna have to wait and see. But it's smoke. It's a lot of smoke at 175. You feel me? So we're gonna have to wait and see what he do. First, can he get past Arthur Bitterbeef, right? Because that's going to be a tough-ass fight. He fuck around and have to fight Arthur Bitterbeef within the next, let's say, so he going to fight, let's say if he just fight Arthur Bitterbeef right after Golovkin, right? Because he's gonna fight Golovkin in September, and then when is he gonna turn around and fight Bitterbeef? Let's say February or something. Let's say he turn around in February or something to make that fight happen. Wait, March, April, May. I don't know if he. I don't even know if he fight in February because we know he fights in May. He can't turn around and fight no Arthur Bitterbeef after fighting in September. He can't turn around and do like what he did before, what he did like a November turnaround. 2 months, 2.5 months. He can't do that shit. He ain't finna play with them like that. Yeah, Bitterbeef will be how old is Arthur Bitterbeef? Let me see. Hold on. I think he's 30. I don't think he ain't gonna be no 40. Hold on. Let me see. He 37. He just turned 37 in January. So yeah, he'll be like 38. You know what I'm saying? He's 37. He's not 38. He turned 37 in January. So yeah, he'll be 38. He'll be, you know, around at least almost turning 38. So he'll be, let's say he'll be around 38 by the time Canelo fight him. But shit, that's pushing 40. You know what I'm saying? That's pushing 40 for real. But y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash the like button. Smash on the like button. Fidel Martinez says, I don't see Canelo going back to 168. His body can't do that shit up and down. We all know it's bad for him. I think if he beats Bivol, he's going for the winner of Smith and bet not. He says, and bet he's not fighting Triple G. You said you bet he's not fighting Triple G. They already got that shit in contract. Oh, he gonna fight Triple G. You know what I'm saying? He definitely gonna fight Triple G because they got that shit in contract already. They already got him in contract to fight Triple G, so that's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, enough about that. I just wanted to let y'all know that Canelo is saying that his focus ain't even on Triple G. His focus is being undisputed at 175. So, and he said he's very, very focused on Bivol. Now, a lot of people think this Bivol fight is going to be real, real difficult for Canelo. I don't, though. I just don't. I don't see Bivol, man. He going to have to prove me wrong. He's sure going to have to prove me wrong. Picasso said Triple G on his ass. Man, Triple G ain't on nobody's ass. Triple G need to go sit the fuck down and retire. That's what Triple G needs to do. Especially the way his ass looked in his last fight. Straight up. Triple G, man, that he ain't it no more. Like I said, Triple G, like I said, he had a great run. He dominated his division. He dominated. He did. He dominated the middleweight division, whatever we, regardless of what we want to say. When he was in his prime, he dominated the middleweight division. The opposition wasn't that great at all. But he did dominate. He did his thing in his prime. But now it's just not his time no more. William Old School says if Jamal trains with Derrick James, he might actually have a chance against Canelo. Bruh, it's you. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but it takes more than 1 or 2 training camps to really get there. You know what I'm saying? If he was going to basically make that change that you thinking of, he'll have to be training with Derrick James at least, a year and a half, 2 years before we see that, that real change. He can't just go into a training camp with Derrick James and then think that he's going to be able to carry all that in the ring against a Canelo Alvarez right off the rip. That ain't going to happen. If he was with Derrick James, he would have already had to be with Derrick James and training with him and, all of that. 817, what's happening with it? But yeah, But so let's move into, you know what I'm saying? Let's move into this next topic I want to talk about. Moving to this next topic, man. I want to talk about Gervonta Davis, man. Let's talk, and y'all get the likes up. Y'all hit the like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button, hit the like button. Let's talk about Gervonta Davis. Man, Tank, man. And let me send my man Kwame East. If you still in the building, you know what I'm saying, you can grab this link. If not, I'm finna cook on this shit. I know Kwame said he wanted a link to this, so hold on. There you go. There you go. So, Gervonta, man, we got to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep and let me send my man Batman. Let me send my man Batman, because Batman talk about this shit a lot. You know what I'm saying? Batman talk about this shit a lot when it comes to Tank. So if Batman, if you want to come through and cook on this too, you come through. Couple things I want to get off my chest, you know, regarding Gervonta Tank Davis. And I'm a Tank Davis fan. I fuck with Tank. I think that he's a hell of a fighter, hell of an athlete, all of that. But man, I don't know about his mentality. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, where his mind frame is. Like, it just seems like that Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather, they didn't put this dude in the trance. Like, the nigga on Get Out, that's him. Like, real talk. Like, they didn't hypnotize motherfucker and change his whole way of thinking. You got me in the background. I can hear myself.
Who, me?
Okay, now we good now. It was in the yeah. So it's like this man, they didn't change his whole way of thinking. Like, he thinks like they do. You know what I'm saying? It's like he thinks like they do. So Gervonta Tank Davis, he recently he was on what was he on? I think he was on Gilly's $1 million worth of game. He was on a couple podcasts that I'm gonna get into. But the one on $1 million worth of game, they like, man, you a motherfucking beast. Like, but we want to see you fight the best of the best. We want to see you fight the Teofimo Lopez's, the Devin Haney's, the Vasil Lomachenko's, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. We want to see you fight the best of the best. What's popping, Tank? And this nigga Tank, right, gonna say, yeah, you know, I hear you, or whatever. He quiet about the shit, and then they like, man, but Floyd keep putting you in with these other opponents, right? And we know what they mean. Floyd keep putting you in with these Rudy Poot dudes that don't nobody want to see you fight, right? So they like, man, ain't you went to Floyd? Haven't you went to Floyd and asked him for, you know, to fight Vasil Lomachenko or fight Teofimo Lopez or you know, asking Floyd to fight these top level opponents? And Gervonta Tank Davis, I mean, he could have lied, but I believe that lie, if he had a lied, it would have got exposed, because he know that Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather is watching, right? So he kind of got backed in the corner to where he really had to tell the truth, because if you lie, then you got to go back to Floyd. You know Floyd is watching. You know Leonard Ellerbe is watching. If you tell a lie, then you kind of saying that, oh yeah, I'm asking for these opponents, but they ain't giving them to me. And then they gonna see that shit and they gonna be like, wait, hold on. Tank ain't never came to us and asked us for shit. So that's kind of like they kind of backed him up against the wall. So he had to tell the truth, and he says, no, I've never went to Floyd and Leonard and asked him for none of them fights. I just sit back and I wait for whoever they put on the table, and I fight whoever they tell me to fight, basically. Now, I've been on here a lot of times taking up for Tank, putting it on Floyd, putting it on Leonard Ellerbe, saying that, you know, it's Leonard Ellaby and Floyd's fault that the fight ain't happening. That Tank is not fighting these guys. Tank really wants to smoke with all these fighters. He's behind the scenes begging for these fights. Because I'm thinking this. I'm like, Tank got to be behind the scenes begging for all these fights. I'm like, Tank is behind the scenes begging for all of these fights. But ain't none of these fights happening because of Leonard and Floyd. But now Tank comes out and he admits that I ain't never pushed for none of these fights behind the scenes. I ain't never asked him for none of these fights. And it's like, bro, we sitting up here doing all this motherfucking capping for you, and you ain't even behind the scenes asking for these fights. And so that's what makes me think like this dude he's content with what they giving him. You know what I'm saying? And I've said that before, because I've said before, look, we on here saying Tank need to we on here saying, oh, it ain't Tank, it's Floyd, it's Leonard, it ain't Tank, right? But I mentioned this one time, right? I said, okay, if it ain't Tank, Tank needs to come out and speak up and start calling these dudes out and let everybody know, hey, look, I want to fight all these dudes. I want to fight such and such, and I want to fight such and such. I want to smoke. I ain't trying to fight no motherfucking Rolly or whoever else, or no fucking Gamboa or whatever, whoever they put. I want to fight, you know what I'm saying, all these other dudes. I'm calling them out. I want to smoke, and I'm letting Floyd and Leonard know that's who I want. But he ain't never did that shit. Right? He ain't never did that shit. And so that's what I was saying before. I'm like, he needs to come out and speak for himself. But now we see that he ain't even doing that behind the scenes. And to me, I don't give a fuck how good you are, how much people love you, and how much of a monster you are. Bro, like you got to move different than that. And it's like you've adapted the mentality that Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby have instilled in you. Oh, you don't need to fight none of these guys, right? You don't need to fight nobody. You don't need to worry about none of these guys. We got a blueprint for you, and just listen to the blueprint that we have for you. Fuck all of that, bro. What the fuck? You supposed to be wanting to fight all the smoke.
Second.
You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be you supposed to be behind the scenes, no matter what the fuck Leonard Ellaby come out and say in front of the camera when he get in front of the camera, or Floyd Mayweather, or how they talk about the blueprint they have for you. You supposed to be, right, coming out, or at least behind the scenes. If you ain't doing it in public, you are supposed to be at least behind the scenes, right? Talking that shit, letting them know who you want. And I'm going to send you a link, Knockout, but don't come up here with that bullshit today. Ain't nobody trying to hear you defend this shit. I know you love Tank Davis. I know you love Tank. I know that's your favorite fighter. But when the motherfucker's fucked up, he fucked up, Knockout. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't come up on here with no Money Brown TV shit. When he fucked up, he fucked up. We gotta hold these motherfuckers' feet to the fire when they doing some fucked up shit. You feel me? I'm sick of the motherfuckers trying to defend this bullshit. Ain't nothing to defend, bro. I fuck with Tank just like you do. Not as much as you do, but I fuck with Tank just like you do. Ain't no defending this shit, bro. Ain't no, I need to clear this up for Tank. Nah, man. Ain't nothing to clear up. The man said it out of his own motherfucking mouth. Ain't nothing to defend at all. That go for you. That go for Money Brown TV. His ass ain't in here, but I know he'll try to defend this shit. I'm not y'all niggas need to stop trying to defend bullshit. Fuck your favorite fighter if he ain't moving right. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, well, that's my favorite fighter. If Errol Spence ain't moving right, I'm not defending no bullshit. If Deontay Wilder ain't moving right, I'm not defending that shit. If Gary Russell ain't moving right, I'm not defending it. And I'm telling Batman, he bullshitting. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to defend, bro. Y'all niggas want, I need to defend this. Nah, man, ain't nothing to defend at all. That's just what it is, man. We got to start holding these fighters' feet to the fire. Batman, I'm gonna let you cook on this.
Man, I've been telling y'all, man, you know, they been got in shorty head. When he do his interviews, he always tell you, a motherfucker with skills, that's all they want is a payday. But you sitting here fighting Rolly. You will fight a Rolly, but you won't fight nobody on your skill, on your level. But when the motherfucker on your level, they put them peoples that's on your level, you always, oh man, they ain't shit. They ain't fighting each other. Or you know, I'm getting money over here, you know, they just jealous. That's the shit he say. That shit crazy, but you know, man, like I told you, man, from him being in the amateurs, every time my father used to try to get him and Antoine to fight. Coach Calvin, and anybody who interviewed Coach Calvin can ask him this. Every time he tried to get, oh nah, Charlie already matched that. Man, that shit been going on, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
So you saying they been moving him like that? They been had a plan for him even in the amateurs. I
Most
mean,
definitely.
Duke can fight his ass, and this has nothing to do with his skill set or none of that shit. The motherfucker can fight, but bro, come on, you feel me?
It got
Come on,
to do
man.
with his confidence, man.
But see, and now that he says it out of his own mouth, right? That he haven't asked for none of these big fights. He ain't never asked Floyd.
I don't set it in front of.
I mean, you can see it because when certain fighters get on his ass, he got a different energy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't in press conferences or he ain't on Twitter calling like, I want that fight. Make that fight happen. That's the only fight I want. You think he ain't doing that? Like, and I mean, we have fighters in the game, other fighters in the game, right? That we like, okay, well, they can't get certain fights because people ducking them, like Boots. You know what I'm saying? He can't get certain fights because the motherfuckers don't want to fight him. David Benavidez, he can't get certain fights because motherfuckers just don't want to fight him. Gervonta Tank Davis has never had that problem. Everybody want to fight him for some reason or another. Whatever reason you think it is, it don't matter. They still want to fight him. So you know, it ain't like that. He got a shortage of opponents that'll get in there and get in the ring and fight him. What's happening with it, money? I just hey, somebody said, what's happening with it, money? I just got done talking about your ass. Come on, you know, and knockout. He said, knockout, defend our boy. Yeah, we just got done talking about it. I said, we don't need knockout or Money Brown defending this bullshit.
I'm not going to defend him. I don't think that needs to be defended. But what I will say is this right here. Hold on. Give me one second. Here we go.
Devin and Campbell set it up.
No, you can say who you really want. It's okay.
I can't say who they had set up for me after, but
I heard that knockout. I was gonna get into.
I want to get the winner out of Devin.
I was gonna get into that next.
But don't you think they're gonna fight twice? There's probably a rematch clause there. I think there is actually. Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I'd love to see it.
So I'm probably gonna have to fight Ryan.
Ooh, Garcia.
So I mean, I just think we got to make a decision.
Hold on.
Was he wrong for?
Hold on. Okay. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Because what y'all are harping on is that he didn't go to Floyd and Leonard and them in the past. That's what y'all harping on.
No.
That's what he said, bro.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Because he calling for the smoke now, bro.
Hold on.
He's calling for the smoke right now, bro.
No, hold on. What does that have to do with anything, right? After he came out and told everybody, look, I ain't never asked for none of these opponents.
Why would he?
Wait, hold on.
Why would he? Why would he, bro?
Hold on. And he does an interview and says, well, I would like the winner between Kambosos and Devin Haney. First of all, he knows just as well as everybody else know that he ain't getting the winner between Kambosos and Devin Haney because if Devin Haney wins, they got another fight coming up. That don't have nothing to do with shit. What does that have to
False.
do with what I'm talking about? What does that got to do with anything?
If you let me talk, I'll tell you, bro.
Come on, man.
If you let me talk, I'll tell you. So first
That's
of
weak
all,
right there.
he calling for the smoke right now. That's the first thing. Secondly, I know y'all try to argue me down on this shit, but we can't sit up here and act like that Urdinas Ugas and Errol Spence wasn't signed and that the WBA didn't butt in and make Ugas have to do a whole tournament until they change their goddamn mind. So to act like these sanctioning bodies can't do what's in the best interest of their pocket and somehow order Tank Davis to fight the winner, even if Devin Haney win because it's best for their pockets and they corrupt and Al Heyman basically run the WBA, that's just foolishness, number one. Number two, you 23, 24, 25 years old. You coming from the hood, bro. You ain't never had shit. Why the hell would you go into Floyd Mayweather office, a Leonard Ellerbe office, and you ain't never had shit? They making you millions. They getting you condos. They getting you cars and shit that you ain't never seen before. Bro, you keep cutting me off, bro. You won't let me talk, bro.
Why are you talking about?
Let me talk, bro. Let me get it all off, and then I promise I'll fall back, bro. Let me talk.
7 years old.
Let me talk, bro. Let me talk, and then I'm gonna let
on,
it's
bro.
your shit. I'm gonna let you cook, but you keep cutting me off, bro. All I'm saying is 24, 25. Yeah, he didn't go to their office, but he doing the shit right now, bro. There's tension there right now. That's why him and Florida into it right now. Right now, what he's doing right now at 27, he ain't doing the shit that he did at 24, 25 years old, bro. Should he have gone in there and called for the smoke? Hell yeah, I agree with that. But to act surprised when the man done already said multiple times, I fight who they put in front of me. It is what it is. He been said that shit. And to just re-say the shit when they ask him, hey, did you ever go back then? Did you ever go and ask Floyd and him for the fight? For him to say no, that's nothing new, bro. He's asking for that shit right now, though.
He asked,
if he don't want smoke, somebody needs to tell me why him and Floyd into it, into it. Why they into it right now? And on top of all of that, Calvin Ford calling for smoke. Y'all don't think that Calvin Ford is speaking on behalf of Gervonta Davis?
We talking about Gervonta Tank Davis, not Calvin Ford, right? Those are two different people. But on top of what you, so you come in here and you pull up an interview that he did yesterday or a couple of days ago saying that he would like the winner of Devin Haney and Kambosos when he know they got a rematch clause. So they're going to be tied up for a minute, right? They're going to be tied up for a minute. Okay, that's real convenient to say that shit, right? Because before, when neither one of them was tied up, all right, you clearly said that you weren't fucking with Devin Haney. Oh, he's a clout baby. Why I don't want to, what the fuck, why I want to fight with him. That wasn't too long ago, but now we got amnesia. You know what I'm saying? So to keep it 100, the man, and then he gonna say, oh, well, Ryan Garcia, but you want to defend this shit? Come on, man.
Is Ryan Garcia not a name people been calling for him to fight?
Come on, man. I expect more. I expect more out of you than this bullshit knockout. You trying to defend,
bro? I don't care what you expect, bro. All I'm telling you is this, bro. And all I'm telling y'all is just very simple. To act surprised that a young man from the hood making millions and touching money for the first time wasn't going into people's office asking them to do something different. It's crazy to me, bro. Like acting like he was supposed to, like nobody would do that shit. If y'all niggas was 23, 24 years old, touching M's you ain't never touched before, you wouldn't go into nobody office asking them to do no shit different, bro.
21, 23,
straight up and down, bro. Y'all know y'all would. Now at 26, 27, he doing something totally different, bro. He ain't behaving that way no more.
Something different.
I
don't understand how you talking about an interview that he just did yesterday.
Okay, why is he mad that he fighting Rolly, bro? Why is he mad that he fighting Rolly, bro? Why is he mad that he fighting Rolly, bro? Why is he mad about that shit? If he was still on that shit, wouldn't he still just be? Hold on, if he was still on the shit that y'all talking about, wouldn't he just be shutting up and making money and not be tripping?
Man, come on, bro. Miss me with that bullshit. That's some weak ass, soft ass shit, man.
What's weak about it? Explain to me why him and Floyd is into it, bro. What's weak about that shit? I'm so confused right now. If he was still on the shit that he was on back then, he would just shut up and make his money, right?
You sitting here defending this shit, saying, oh, why would he at 23, 24, 25, go in the back and call out any? Come on, bro, for real? Come
K,
on,
You
I
making
ain't gonna
M's
say
for
that.
the first time, dog. He happy, bro. He was cool.
K,
He was content.
Man,
K,
come
Can I
on.
can I say
That
this?
shit
K,
wrong. I agree that he should have done it, but he didn't do it, and I understand that shit, bro. He ain't
I,
never had nothing. He don't have Bill Haney in his corner, bro.
You
He
a
don't have
fighter.
nobody
You
guiding him and
supposed to
shit,
want
bro.
to fight
He
the
got
best.
people
You supposed
seeing
to
his
ask for
talent
the best.
and
But let
leeching off of him, bro.
let
And he
Kwame
ain't
cook.
realized that shit till
I'ma
right
let
now,
Kwame
and that's
cook
why
a
you
bit.
getting what you getting
Hold
right
on,
now,
hold on.
bro.
Let me let Kwame cook because you skipped over him in the first place. You know, he was, you was next after Kwame.
Man, you called my name to talk, bro. Stop.
No, I didn't call you. You just
no,
jumped
you just
in.
jumped
But you
in.
told I didn't call you. You just jumped in. Go ahead.
First, like I said, Key, I'm throwing a flag on the play on knockout, right? Because knockout
Man, you
had a
can't throw no
whole
flag on me, dog.
session. He threw a whole session talking about it was Floyd's fault. All this is
It
Floyd's
is
fault,
Floyd's fault,
and
bro.
Tank need to leave Floyd. But I've been trying to tell y'all, Floyd did that man a favor. All right, Floyd did Tank a favor. Y'all talk about he outgrew Floyd. He ain't outgrow no Floyd because it's about. See, I know what Key is talking about. It's all about mentality. It's about your mentality as a fighter. It was a red flag to me when I heard Tank say that Floyd tried to make him lose when he put him in there to fight Pedraza. That like, what kind of mentality is that for a fighter, right? And the dude just like I'm so shocked by what most of you guys are saying about Tank. Y'all acting like this dude didn't just start not doing fat camps for his whole career. Like he just started getting back in the gym consistently after a fight, probably like right before the Santa Cruz fight or something like that. So I'm just trying to figure out like where has Tank been with this mentality, this dog mentality, where he wanted to fight everybody? Let's just keep it 100. Floyd, and I said this before, Floyd Mayweather know boxing. He know boxers. He know potential. He know what Tank potential is. And that's the reason why he don't throw his ass in there with no black fighters. That's why he don't throw him in there. He throw him in there with Mexican fighters because no disrespect. He just know that physically Mexican fighters are not as athletic as black fighters. And he don't put Tank in there with skilled fighters because it's a good possibility he would have gotten exposed because this dude never used to even stay in the gym consistently. He just started staying in the gym consistently. You know what I'm saying? So Tank, to be honest, Tank like being a showcase fighter. Let's just keep it 100. They get him showcase fights because he's a knockout artist. So they put guys in there who don't have who don't have the same skill set as him, who have inferior skills than he do, so he could go out there and get knockouts and they could keep collecting paydays. So Tank ain't never had no mentality where it's like, oh, I want to fight the best. I don't even think I ever heard him even say that phrase one time in his entire career that he want to fight. That, hey, I want to fight the best out there. When you got other fighters that coming off 17-month layoffs and jumping in the ring with world champions, guys who just had big legendary fights, and it don't matter when it comes to Tank. He just go in there. He gonna fight whoever it is so they could get a knockout. They can keep collecting paydays. So look. I just keep it 100. Tank, to me, I follow Tank and I got love for Tank because I respect Tank's story and where he came from and what he been through as a kid in his mind. He made something out of himself. I buy all Tank pay-per-views because I support Tank in that regard. But when it comes to just being a straight up like dog who want to just fight everybody, nah, I don't see that out of Tank. And there's a reason why, and I'll tell you this. There's a reason why Floyd don't be putting them in there with the black fighters, because every time we hear about Tank going sparring these skilled black fighters like a Brian Norman or somebody like that, there's always rumors coming out of the gym that he be getting exposed. So next thing we know, he back in there with another Mexican guy, another Hispanic, another Latino guy. It's just look, that's just what it is. I mean, we gonna keep it 100. That's just what it is.
Kwame, what did Brian Norman say?
All right, so if we gonna keep it 100, bro.
But what
Hold
did Brian Norman say?
Hold on. Let me read this motherfucking super chat for y'all coming here with this weak ass soft ass shit.
Ain't no soft ass shit.
Ain't no soft ass shit about nothing I'm saying.
Both of y'all niggas gonna finna come here with that soft ass bullshit.
Read,
A1 who's on. says, hey, scratch all that. Batman put a damn shirt on out here. He said, Batman put a damn shirt out here. Got the Medea body hanging out and shit. Motherfucker A1 who's going crazy as hell. Yeah, so, man, hold on. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Let's, you know, y'all want a fucking tank teddy bear? Y'all want me to go get y'all a tank teddy bear so y'all can continue to caress this nigga like he a fucking newborn?
Nah.
Nah, I don't need all that. I just need people to let me talk. That's it. When I talk, just let me talk. That's all I need.
You man, we know the
Now hold on, cause I had to be quiet. I had to be quiet for Kwame money. Let me go and then I'll give it to you. Let me respond to him, bro, because I was up here first, man. Then I'll be quiet. I just want to get this shit off.
Knock out
Right.
Bro, y'all cut me off every time I said something, bro. What you talking about? As soon as I started talking, you started cutting me off, bro. What are you talking about, dog?
Okay,
let me talk about getting cut off. How about that?
Go ahead and cook. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Hey, can I
we
say
gonna
one
listen
thing
to this
before-
soft ass shit you and Money gotta say. Then you know, come on.
Can I say one thing before y'all stop?
Man, go ahead, man. God damn, bro.
No, I was trying what you said about Ryan Garcia and Tank. Nobody asked for that fight. They built that fight out of nowhere. But you know, it is what it is because Ryan Garcia had never been skillful enough to say he's the top nothing. But I mean, that's all I wanted to say.
Listen, bro, this is all I got. All that shit y'all talking sound cool, but then at the end of the day, what y'all gotta explain to me is why the hell him and Floyd into it right now. All that shit y'all saying about him in the past, that shit true. But right now, all I know is they into it and there's tension there. So if he was still this fucking showcase fighter, if he was still this dude that didn't want no smoke, if he didn't want to chase greatness, if he wasn't trying to go get the biggest fights possible, you need to explain to me why he ain't just sitting back fighting Rolling and shutting the fuck up. You can't explain that shit to me. He doing that shit because he won't smoke now. Was he moving wrong when he was 23, 24? Yeah, bro. Everybody ain't Devin Haney. Everybody don't come in this hole from the jump.
What happened the last 3 years?
Everybody ain't Earl Spence, bro.
What happened the last 3 years?
And here I go getting cut off again.
I'm asking you a question. You talking about 23, 24. He 27. So what's happened the last 3 years? You missing 3 years.
At 26 years old, shit started changing for him, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Calvin Ford first started calling for it. He first started speaking for himself. Now he really speaking for himself. He telling people what he want. He doing all the shit that people asked him to do for years. He's starting to do it now, and now we want to criticize him because he didn't used to do it. Fuck out of here, bro. That shit don't make no sense, bro. Why is he out here saying all this shit? Why is him and Floyd into it? He tweeting at Floyd and shit. Everybody like, damn, bro, he's showing that he want to break off the leash. He's showing he want to do it. Then he go back and say, well, nah, I ain't never asked for them fights. Oh, no, see, now he never wanted smoke. He want the shit right now, and we act like the man 40 years old, bro. He 27 years old. He ain't old.
Knockout, can I ask you a question real quick? I don't want to
bro, yeah, go ahead. Everybody got to ask a question when I talk. I don't got no question nobody when they talk.
Wait a minute.
I just ask you a question, Knockout.
Hold on, Kwame. Wait a minute,
Hold
Kwame.
on, I want to ask my question. Let me just ask my question.
Kwame, you just went.
I'm asking one question, man.
No questions right now.
Look,
Let
man.
him ask him his shit. Let him ask him his question.
He said,
look, he want to ask me the question, money. Go ahead, Kwame. What's the question, bro?
Let him ask him the question, money.
My only question, Knockout, is you talking about him and Floyd is beefing. How do we know that shit's even real? How we don't even know if that's just to sell a fight?
Oh, man, y'all got 1,000 fucking.
We don't even.
So now, not only does Tank never want to smoke, now he's just a blatant fucking liar.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
No, what I'm saying is that with the beef that they have, and he's not mentioning like, oh, I want to fight these guys, and he won't let me fight them. That's not what he's. Every time I hear him talking about a beef with Floyd, he's talking about Floyd is jealous of him. That's what he's talking about.
So when you hear the only reason they got me fighting this clown is because my contract about to be up, you can't deduce from that he want to fight better fights. That's what you're telling me, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, I understand. I can tell you probably rock heavy with Floyd, bro. But they into it, dog. They ain't into it for no reason, fam.
That's the fact of the matter, bro. Tank and Floyd been having beef going back and forth. Tank in the beginning, bro, when he was younger, when he was getting them certain type of fights, he came out and said, I've been told Floyd to give me bigger fights, bro. I wanted tougher fights. When first of all, he was knocking out all them cats, bro. The situation with Tank right now. I want
to hear the footage of that.
I'm a fan on my daddy's soul, nigga. I know what I heard. I'm a fan of it. I'm gonna send to you. The thing with Tank is, bro, Tank became a fucking star young, bro. And Key, you know it yourself. He was falling under the waves of fucking Floyd and Leonard Ellerby. So he wasn't calling no motherfucker out because Floyd was telling him not to call no motherfucker out. Tank became a star quicker than all them Negroes. That's why he at where he at right now, bro. So of course he not gonna call out nobody because he didn't have to. The nigga came out there leading the pack, bro. That's why he is who he is now. Everybody fell in love with Tank's style of fight, and you niggas can't deny that shit. So of course he don't have to call no fucking Devin Haney out or none of these other cats out, because none of them niggas did shit for him to call him out for. None of their ass did shit. Just like Tank said in the other interview. Well, y'all say I ain't fighting no motherfucker. Who the fuck did they fight? It doesn't matter. Y'all can say, oh, they wanted to smoke.
Here we go with this bullshit. Who the fuck did they fight?
Right? So then we look at Tank going out there knocking out Pedraza's ass, right? In spectacular fashion. Knocking out motherfucking Leo Santa Cruz. He still got a better resume than Devin Haney. So what the fuck is y'all talking about? When we look at the situation. Now, right now, when y'all looking at him with Floyd Money Mayweather, and he's breaking away from his ass, like Knockout said, Floyd put fucking that boy Rolly in there with him because Tank, they feel like he finna try to get some slick shit off, and they know Tank finna leave his motherfucking ass. Tank been telling y'all he wanted fucking Lomachenko in 2020. He wanted Lomachenko in 2020. Now when he tell y'all ass he want the winner of fucking Devin Haney and Cambosis, Keon, he know he not gonna get the winner. Then he say he want Ryan Garcia. Who is Ryan? Nigga, Ryan is still a hot, popular motherfucking name out there that Devin Haney wanted to fight. That motherfucker else wanted to fight. Y'all can call it what y'all want to call it, but when Devin Haney won him, was he a bum? When Devin went to his fight and jumped in the ring, was he a bum?
He been a bum.
So it doesn't matter. So that's why I say when Tank want a motherfucker, they bum. But when Devin want him, Devin want all the smoke.
It's funny. King, it's funny how they say that Floyd held him like Floyd didn't want to give him the fights. Floyd didn't want to give him the fights, but what they leave out is that Floyd was saving Tank because he was putting the belt on the scale.
Bro, you always come with that same shit, bro. That was years ago. He's disciplined now. Why do you keep talking about shit from 2, 3, 4 years ago, bro?
Hold on, knockout. Kwame, you
said that shit don't make no sense, man.
What did Brian Norman say happened in that sport, Kwame?
Oh, when they first came out, they said he got exposed.
No, you saying they said he got exposed. What did Brian Norman say out his own mouth?
On Money Channel.
Whoa. Oh, I didn't watch it on Money Channel. I watched it on Keon Channel, and I remember Brian Norman saying he understands why he's a world champion.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They held their own. So when you say they saying he got, ain't no exposure going on.
When they first came out, they had to. Let's just be honest. His father, Brian Norman's father, never coming out saying that.
Man, we talking about
knocked out his money right here,
mouth, bro. Out his own mouth. Nah, they ain't knocked out. Listen. You can say
that shit funny, but we the only ones up here talking real shit. That shit is funny though.
But I got.
He said, "Come on, you the rest of them."
Our guys in the rest of them lead the way.
Brian Norman came out with that shit yesterday, but when the shit was heated,
Brian Norman came out on my show when that shit first happened.
He said that shit on Money's show the week after it happened, bro. Money got the interview like 3 or 4 days later, bro. Stop it.
Yeah, he said he put that shit on Tank.
No, he said
that's not what he said, bro.
That motherfucker can crack. You see why he a world champion, but he had
back and forth.
But when they getting it in.
But when Tank, when him and Tank
Brian Norman's a hell of a fighter, bro. He ain't no bitch.
Hey, man.
When him and Tank started arguing and they was going back and forth, what'd he say then?
Yeah, but when Tank come out and say, "Oh, I didn't ask for the fights," when Tank come out and say, "I didn't ask for the fights," you niggas taking this as he didn't want to fight this nigga, or he ain't want the. You know what I mean? He didn't want the smoke. That means we know he was up on the Floyd Mayweather. We all know.
Why he ain't fought no black fighters yet?
He was gonna knock Gary Russell ass out. He gonna knock Devin Haney ass out. Whenever they get into the ring,
he ain't want to fight Gary Russell
because Floyd Mayweather. First of all, Floyd Mayweather, he relished off putting black fighters in there with Mexicans, motherfucker. Why didn't he fight black fighters at the end of his career? Why didn't Floyd fight black fighters at the end of his career?
All that shit Money talking about, that shit bullshit. That nigga
he was gonna knock Gary ass out. He gonna knock Tank ass out. They can't take his power, bro. It's just a fact.
Hey man. Hey, I got something to say. Just let me say this, and I'm gonna end up getting off because I ain't gonna be on here long. Listen, man. The problem is this. And G5, shout out to G5 Gabe. He had a guy that was on his show yesterday, and he was talking about, because he know Tank personally, like
He grew up in the same. He older than Tank. He 50-something years old. He said, man, I can remember him when he was a little kid getting in trouble, walking up and down the street. He'll be sending him home and shit like that, right? You gotta. Everything is in perspective because both of y'all are right. Keon, you right. Money, you right. And Knockout, you right. Everybody all of y'all, and Kwame, you right. And Batman. Okay, y'all have to look at this and put things into perspective. You can't just look at things and just say it's this way and that's it. Tank came from absolutely nothing, right? Now, you got somebody who's going to take you under their wing and guide you during your career, right?
Maybe I gotta wait till I get older to start talking. Cause when I said that shit, they sure cut me off, coach.
Hold on, I'm not finished though, Knockout, because there's other points to be made. Now, the thing is this: Tank is still impressionable, even at the age he is now. And what I mean by that is this: okay, he came from nothing. He got a bunch of money early, right? So he's not gonna rock the boat with somebody who took him out the hood. He's not gonna rock the boat early. Now, come to today's time. The reason that he's upset about shit now is because the machine broke down, right? The machine broke down, and what I mean by that is this: everybody see what's going on. Every channel's talking about it. Why he don't fight the best? He's supposed to be this dude. Well, the machine start breaking down. His numbers ain't the same, right? And he's hearing this shit. You not fighting the best. You not the best because you not fighting the best. So now the machine, so it's causing animosity. They had small animosity before when he wanted them to move to Vegas and Tank refused to do the shit, right? So they've had times when they butted heads even before Tank when he first was in the contract. So y'all have to put things into perspective. Early in his career, of course he's not gonna buck the system because he's making all this money and he comes from literally nothing but foster homes and shit like that, right? So now the machine's breaking down because everybody, ETB talking about it, of course Money and Knockout, they're gonna support and not fucking say, motherfucker ain't fighting the best, right? And he's hearing this shit, and we fucking constantly on it. Hey, bro, you need to fight this one. We don't want to see that bullshit you fighting. We don't want to see no fucking road. We don't. Even though Isaac Pitbull Cruz is a good fighter, we didn't want to see that shit because at the time he wasn't as popular as he is now. He became popular by fighting Tank, and he did a good job. So is y'all all right about this shit? So you can understand now why Tank is frustrated. He's frustrated because he don't need money. Now it's time for him to try to build his legacy, and Floyd and them trying to hold him back. And so now he's frustrated, and he's an older person, and but he's still impressionable because he's hearing what we saying on the internet about him not fighting the best. So you have to look at everything into perspective. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Let me read this super. Hold on, it's other people on the goddamn panel.
All right, Keon,
let me read the super chat. Let me read the super chat, Money. God damn. And then Colonel Loco ain't even talked yet. KP from KC5 said, Money Cochran, if the weight don't fit, he said, if the weight don't fit, you must have quit. Laugh my ass off. He says 5'3" and he ducking. Let Tank rob y'all. I'm screaming till he fights somebody.
Man, you niggas been streaming anyway. Oh well.
Hold on. It's a salute to my man KP from KC5 in that super chat. And then we got my man Son of Peter in that super chat. He says, Loma, when they were beefing the first time, that told me a lot about Tank mentality, even though I had him beat Loma. Oh yeah, when he clearly showed that he didn't want to fight Loma when Floyd Mayweather threatened him with Loma. That's what happened. Floyd Mayweather.
He wasn't gonna do shit Floyd said because they was beefing anyway, bro. Come on, man. Cut that shit
BYG says all the guys at 135 just started be money valuable. That doesn't mean nothing, bro. This is beside the fact. I don't care about money. I don't care about how the man was brought up, and a lot of these dudes came up from the mud. We don't make excuses for them. We don't make excuses. Oh well, he don't got to fight. No, he don't got to call out certain guys because he came up from the mud. Come on, man. We talked about a man that's 27 years old. He's 27 years old, right? He jumped off the porch in 2017. and he still ain't fought none of these guys. Miss me with all that soft ass shit.
Well, who have fought some of the guys, Keon?
Kono.
Besides Teofimo.
What's up, bro?
Kono, you go ahead, man.
But who have fought some of the guys, Keon, besides Teofimo, bro?
Bro, I'm not trying to hear that.
Because your ass don't want to answer the question. That's why. You talking about he ain't fought. These niggas ain't fought nobody. Get the fuck out of here with that. Nigga, Devin Haney finally getting a champ. I mean,
yeah, but they been trying to fight people.
You talking about
Tank never had a fight.
Did they
Miss me with that soft ass bullshit you talking
about.
about. You don't keep the same energy when it ain't a fighter that you don't like.
I don't want to hear that.
You know what I'm saying? You moving the goalposts because you love Tank. That's just what it is.
Nigga still ain't getting no motherfucker in the ring.
You talking about these other dudes been trying to fight for that.
Hey, coach, relax, coach.
Devin Haney been calling all these niggas out.
Man, did he get the fight? Yes or no?
Why didn't he get the fight? Is that his fault?
I don't give a fuck about calling out. Niggas still ain't fought no motherfucker though.
Oh, y'all always want to move the goalposts. Oh man, but these other fighters, we talking about Tank.
David Benavidez calling out. Andre calling out. Did they get a fight? Fuck no. The fuck you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Let Conor Loco cook.
Damn. It's just boxing, folks. It's just boxing.
You know, we just talking shit, Conor. It's all good,
shit, bro.
Listen though, man, and Batman could attest to this because he been around the shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep saying that he wasn't that he was under Mayweather and this and that, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. If a fighter wants a fight, he gonna get it. He doesn't work for Floyd. He never worked for Floyd. Floyd worked for him. Y'all gotta understand that that's the way that shit works.
Man, when you young like that, kind of you under the influence of Floyd. Come on, bro.
Man, y'all want to talk about young Shakur Stevenson younger, and he making moves.
And Shakur
he came out from the mud.
Man, the only reason Shakur got that fight is because Bob Arum trying to show the world he ain't a racist.
Here we go. The audacity of you to say that people cut you off and you cut me off. The audacity. Man.
He got Jay fucking Prince, partner. Shakur gonna get what he want because of Jay Prince.
But everybody up here agreed that Floyd was the reason why Tank was getting a big fight.
I'm going on mute, bro. I apologize, Conor. I'm gonna put myself on mute, bro. My bad, Conor.
Everybody up here agreed before that Floyd was the reason why he was getting the fight.
Cook.
All right, Keon, let him go. But even Keon agreed that Floyd was the reason. But now Tank come out and now is all this shit. Come on, man. Go ahead, Conor.
All right, man. Listen, man. The fact of the matter is he still could have called for these fights and got them if he really wanted to. Okay? But he didn't. Now, Batman, you know I ain't lying about that, man. The thing about it is that this might shock you, Keon, but I'm going to have to give the man a pass, and I'm going to tell you why. He wasn't mature in the head like I don't think he's fully matured now. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have it in him to start doing all that. He's starting to come out of that shell and starting to be more boisterous now. So I'm not completely going to crucify Tank for it. But it is a fact that he could have got anything he wanted back then if he would have just been more outspoken. That's just the truth. That's the way it works. You got anybody that's working for you, getting these fights for you. That's the way it works. Now, of course, the other side has to agree. But shit, the minute you mention something, they're going to start negotiating. Simple as that. Did he do that back then? No, he didn't. Was that a mistake by him? Yes. But at the same time, like I said, he doesn't have that maturity in his mind yet. I don't think he's fully matured yet. And that's not a knock or that's not shitting on him, man. It's just he's not that boisterous. He's not as outspoken as some of these other fighters. That's all that is, man. So I'm not gonna crucify him completely, man. But you got to understand that he could have got fights earlier if he wanted them. And that's all I'm going to say, man, because I know how this panel gets shit.
What fights would y'all looking for him to fight? That's what I want to know. The fights that y'all wanted to see him fight that he could have got, he could have actually fight.
He could have fought Loma for sure.
Okay, he said he wanted Loma in 2020, right? Floyd came out and said he didn't. All right, Coach. Floyd came out and said he didn't want that fight to happen. But then when Floyd came out, when they got
actually money to make your point stronger, in August of 2019 is when he told people the time is now for Lomachenko. So he actually started calling for Lomachenko in 2019.
But this is my thing, like when they say, Floyd threatened with Loma. We know him and Floyd got into it. They was beefing like a motherfucker. He could have said it didn't even have to be long. He could have threatened with any name, and Tank would have said, "Man, I ain't fighting no goddamn body. You telling me to fight? I'm listening to Al Heyman." That's what Tank came out and said. Al Heyman won my career. You don't do shit for me, right? He listening to Al Heyman. So Floyd could have said anything, and Tank would have been like, "You can't. I ain't doing shit you tell me to do." So we already know when they beefing the reason why that shit. Gary Russell, right? Gary Russell to fight, right? Gary Russell never moved his ass up. And Beck gonna say, all they had to say was go fight.
Man, he told y'all why he wouldn't move up. If one of the champions was willing to fight him, he was going to move up. So don't even say my brother's name, dog.
Your brother
Keep my brother's name out of it, man.
Your brother said, I'm moving up to fight.
Keep my brother's name out of it. Yeah, keep my brother's name out of it.
Your brother said, I'm moving up.
Because he was on his fucking helmet. My brother was on his helmet. That city pool with Rolly, that bitch ass city pool with Rolly, he ain't trying to pull that shit with my brother. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. We ain't trying to hear that shit, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear none of that bullshit you talking about. Because at the end of the day, that nigga ain't got a competitive competitive bone in his fucking body. What you talking about, nigga? I don't care how old I am. I'm competitive. I'm competitive. When Floyd can't make me when the interview me, he can't make me say what he want me to say. Hey, come on, man. That man's a bitch, man. I knew the nigga when he was 8. All that fake ass story y'all talking about, he come from nothing. That kid wasn't poor, man. That kid wasn't poor.
Did your brother say he was not moving up from
that bullshit ass story? Come on, man. Did your
brother not say he's moving up from Miguel Burchett?
Fuck out of here, man.
Yes or no?
I try to hear that shit.
Yes or no?
Man, was I not telling the truth about how it worked though?
Ain't nobody trying to hear that goofy ass shit. The niggas you don't even know.
Gary Russell, he never moved his ass up. He said he was moving up for Miguel Burchett. We didn't see him make
man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Now with Ryan Garcia, all right, with Ryan Garcia, all right, we off your brother now. You can shut up now.
At the end of the day, you put in the paperwork. You put in the paperwork for Miguel Burchett, nigga. What you talking about? And they wouldn't let him. And they wouldn't let him fight.
You trying to deflect, bro? You trying to bring in other people. We talking about Tank Davis.
Be a real reporter and get the real information.
Ryan Garcia fucked the fight up when they tried to chase the man.
Don't be a narrative. Don't be a narrative, nigga. Be a real reporter and get the information.
Your brother didn't move up. Your brother said I'm moving up the
nigga. Get the real information and stop being a fucking narrative pusher, nigga.
Your brother never moved up. Your brother never moved up to fight.
Man, stop being a
money.
Stop being a narrative pusher and be a real reporter and go call around and see why he ain't never moved up, nigga.
Ryan Garcia.
Hey, hold on, money, because money trying to take over the whole goddamn chat.
They fucked the fight up with Ryan Garcia.
First of all, nigga, stop trying to bring other people in it that don't have nothing.
What you mean bring other people in here? We talking about the fight that y'all talking about. He running.
Be a real reporter. Stop being a narrative pusher. Stop being a narrative pusher and motherfucking and do your research.
So
do your research. Because the nigga talking about a suck ass nigga you really don't even know.
Right? It doesn't matter, bet. We talking about what's going on in the boxing ring. I don't give a fuck about a nigga outside in the streets.
Nah, nigga, go do your report. Go do your motherfucking report.
You in your feelings, nigga.
Go do your
ring, nigga.
Research.
You in your feelings.
Then spit that shit out, man.
Ring, nigga. I don't give a fuck about what he do in the streets.
I'm talking about the ring. I ain't talking about nothing else. What are you talking about?
Now, yo, brother,
what is you talking about?
Did I
say anything about smacking somebody or coming to do something to somebody?
Hey, now with Ryan Garcia,
what the fuck is you talking about?
Cut that bullshit out. We gonna move on.
Ryan Garcia fucked the fight up.
We finna move on.
Right?
We ain't trying to hear that shit, money. We finna move on. I said.
What the fuck is he talking about, dude? I said stop being a narrative pusher and do your research like a real reporter and come out with the facts.
We moving on. Fuck all that shit because I'm
gonna go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so when y'all talking
about moving on, I'm not trying to.
All right, well let me finish what I'm saying.
We moving on.
When we talking about the fighters, then
I said money. We moving on. Do you not understand? We moving on.
Let me finish this then.
Now you've been talking the whole time. You've been over talking people the whole goddamn show.
When we talking about the fighters, then
we're not trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, but you it's about Tank and the fighters, right?
You've been over talking Cash the whole show. I'm moving on to the next topic. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
All right, well then don't talk about these ducking no fight. Y'all ain't gonna put the real shit out there.
Ain't that, you know what I'm saying? You want to go above and beyond to defend Tank.
It ain't above and beyond, nigga. Put everything in the right perspective,
damn,
nigga. Put everything in the right perspective, then.
Yeah. What you talking about, you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with, but it is what it is.
And I don't agree with what y'all niggas talking about neither.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna move on, man. But that was what was going on with Tank. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that Tank, you know, been calling out these dudes, even though he said he haven't, you know what I'm saying? Feel how you feel. I feel how I feel about it. Knockout gonna feel how he feel about it. Money gonna feel how he feel about it. Kwame East gonna feel how he feel. Coach gonna feel how he feel. Batman gonna feel how he feel. And y'all can feel how you feel. But I know what's been going on. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. Hit the like button. Damn, man. Let's move on to Keith Thurman, man. Let's talk about Keith Thurman. You feel me? Keith Thurman is out here and he done popped up again and he talking big shit. Keith Thurman talking big shit. He like, man, first of all, he talked about the Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas, right? He gave Errol Spence his props. He said, Errol Spence, do what Errol Spence do. He looked like the old Errol Spence. He put in work. He said he made Ugas fight his fight. And he said that Errol Spence showed that he have just that a different level of dog in him. When he said when Ugas hit Errol Spence with that shot, he said he seen Errol Spence wake up and just turn into a different level of dog. You feel me? Just turn into a whole different level of dog. And he said that he had Errol Spence pretty much winning damn near every round. You feel me? He said he had Errol Spence winning damn near every round. But then he go on to say that fight wasn't exciting to him. He said that Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas, he said it wasn't fan pleasing. It wasn't exciting. And I'm like, what the fuck fight was he watching? What fight was Keith Thurman watching? Right? And he says that he wants to fight Terence Crawford. And he says that him and Terence Crawford will be a much more exciting fight than we saw Saturday night. So he started calling out Bud, and he said he don't see why Bud is trying to sit out and wait for Errol Spence all the way to the earliest September or November or December. He said, let's fight. I want to fight Bud. He said he been in the gym. So Keith Thurman said he been in the gym. He said he want to fight Bud and the winner fight Errol Spence. Now, a lot of people, they say that they don't want to see Keith Thurman fight Bud. But me, I've been saying, why don't Keith Thurman fight Bud? You know what I'm saying? Why don't they make that fight instead of waiting all the way into November and this nigga gonna have to sit on the shelf a year? I don't want no excuses when Bud Crawford go in to fight Errol Spence, right? I think he'll beat Keith Thurman. And you know what I'm saying? If he can't beat Keith Thurman, I'm not tripping because you must have not have been the best. A lot of people like, nah, I don't want to fight. I don't want him to fight Keith Thurman because what if Keith Thurman beats Bud? Well, if Keith Thurman beat Bud, cool. The best still gonna fight the best. That's just how I feel about the situation. I don't give a fuck. I'm not invested into these fights like y'all are. I'm invested into seeing the best fight the best. You feel me? And if Bud fuck around and lose to Keith Thurman, I'm not finna cry about it because obviously Keith Thurman better than you. But I don't think that Keith Thurman can beat Bud Crawford. I got Bud Crawford stopping Keith Thurman, probably with a body shot. You feel me? Because Keith Thurman show he gonna get hurt to the body. And if Bud hurt him to the body, it's night-night. It's over with. Bud ain't finna let off him. So I got Bud stopping him. But with that being said, won't you go out there, get a payday, fight Keith Thurman, and it'll make the Errol Spence fight way bigger. Errol Spence will probably be at the fight. Since you didn't bring your ass to his fight and get in the ring, Errol Spence will get in the ring, and it'll be set. We got enough time. Right now, they could make a Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford fight. They can fight in July, end of June, July. And you got plenty enough time to make that fight in November. The pay-per-view going to do big numbers. Terence Crawford is going to be able to go into the Errol Spence fight and make more money than whatever he going to make. You know what I'm saying? And it's no conflict. Like I said, the only thing if you worried about Terence Crawford losing to Keith Thurman. But if he loses to Keith Thurman, Are y'all that invested in seeing Keith Thurman and are y'all that invested in seeing Terence Crawford and Errol Spence? If you know that Terence Crawford ain't the best, if Terence Crawford ain't even better than Keith Thurman, make that shit make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the best fight the best, whoever it may be. So yeah, man, I agree with Keith Thurman this time. You know, Terence Crawford was talking that loud shit, like, oh man, why you gotta wait until the summer to fight me? We can get it on now. Okay, y'all both free. Make the fight happen now. Make the fight happen. Give the fans a treat. Get in there. You know what I'm saying? Get you a fight under your belt so you don't have no excuses going into an Errol Spence fight. Because if Errol Spence beat the fuck out of Terence Crawford, the fucking narrative is going to be that he made Terence Crawford wait and sit out a whole year. That's what they going to say. Oh, Terence Crawford, he had to sit out a whole year when Errol Spence, he had been active. That's what it's going to be. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Fight Keith Thurman. I don't understand why people so scared that they want this Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight just so bad. I want it too, but I don't want it if he ain't the best. Terence Crawford says Team Crawford wasn't at the Earl fight because he was busy. Okay, we know. All right, here we go with this shit. Because he was busy doing other things. Team Crawford all the way. Love the show. Brothers, keep up the work. Yeah, man, and I appreciate you coming through, dropping in the super chat. And I don't have, and you know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with anybody rooting for Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Ride with who you gonna ride with. But at the end of the day, like I said before, Terence Crawford, he should have been at the fight because that's more money in his pocket. It builds the Errol Spence fight in himself more. If he at the fight and he get in the ring, but we went over that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Terence Crawford had an obligation big enough to keep him from being at that fight Saturday, getting in the ring. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's hurting him. That's only hurting his purse at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because these fighters get paid off the back end. These fighters get paid according to how many tickets and pay-per-views they sell. So if he don't go to the fight, that ain't helping him no type of way. Don't say, oh, well, the fight don't need to be built more. What? It's never enough. You can't say, oh, this fight it's built too much. What is too much? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna pass it to Batman. Batman, you on mute. Kwame. I don't know what Batman doing.
I'm here.
All right.
Yeah, man. My thought process with that, I think you're 100% right with that. I said the same thing. I was cooking with my co-host OTB, and I said Terence Crawford, he's proven that some of the things that Bob Arum was saying that we were giving him a pass for is true, like being hard to work with. Like if you look at it, he last fights in November, and then he says he don't need Errol Spence, but he won't fight. He won't fight nobody. He's on vacation, just waiting around for that fight. Now, all right, that's his prerogative. Boxing's a tough sport, so cool. You want to take a vacation, you want some time off. I can't tell you not, what to do. But on the flip side, it's like, why do everything so backwards, right? If Bob Arum you're suing Bob Arum and you're saying that it was racial discrimination and you couldn't get the fights that you wanted through this guy, then why wouldn't you then? And then also, I don't want to miss this part. He also stated that the reason why his pay-per-view with Sean Porter was poor was because no one could find the app, right? So why would you not go, now that you're free, why wouldn't you go to that event to promote the fight, or at least fight a Keith Thurman? Then you could go to the negotiating table and say, hey, look, I was right. No one could find the app. Look at the promotion Showtime does for fighters, but they want to do things difficult. They want to turn down, fights. They want to wait around for the Earl Spence fight. That's on them. But you'll have people who will sit up here and then blame Earl Spence for the fight not happening. But we could clearly see one guy is doing 40,000 people in the stadium and averaging over 300,000 pay-per-views, and one guy is doing 12 to 13,000 people in the stadium and averaging maybe 100 pay-per-views. So, at the end of the day, I just think, Terence Crawford has to. I call it a welfare mentality. You want someone else to pay for your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want Earl Spence to, give up what he's earned. It ain't easy to come back from a detached retina. It's not easy to come back from being thrown out of a car 30 feet in the air and come back and build yourself up and fight top competition. It's not easy for a guy to do that. And then you want to skip everyone and not fight no one that's tough, and they come in there and just steal a payday. And I mean, me personally, I just think that shit is whack. To be honest, because if you're the best, if you're the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, then what's the issue with going in there and fighting the Keith Thurman? But I know what the deal is, because when Bomac was on the Boxing Voice and they was talking about him fighting Keith Thurman, they was talking about that so-called $10 million offer. First thing Bomac said was, "Man, we fight Keith Thurman, we're gonna have to get all kind of different sparring partners." So they want an easy. They sat up for years with a soundbite talking about Errol want the easy route, but we could clearly see that Errol route has been way tougher than his route, and they're the ones looking for an easy route. And now that they have no barriers in the way, to promote fights, to make fights, they're not doing a part with it. So I think him and Keith Thurman will be a great fight. But I digress, and I'll say this: I don't want him to fight Keith Thurman anymore. I don't want him to be sharp, to be extra sharp, and get in there with a top level competition and get some of the cobwebs off of him. Nope, I want him to be a victim to his own arrogance. You stay out there with the ring rust, you know what I'm saying, and then go in there and make the fight with Earl Spence, and then once you had all that ring rust and you finally get in there with somebody who's just as good as you, and you ain't used to it in a fight, I want to see you swim in those deep waters. So that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah, I don't want no excuses, bro. I want the best Terence Crawford in there against the best Errol Spence. I don't want no ring rust, none of that shit, bro. But money, it's on you. And let the money, hold on. Let me read this super chat real quick. My man, Best Video says Keith will win if he comes out alive. Robbery. I don't think they'll rob neither one of them dudes, But go ahead, money. Money, you in the building? Okay, Batman, you go ahead.
I ain't really hear what y'all talking about. Keith Thurman and who? And Shaw and Crawford, right? I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I don't want to see it no more. But it could have been a good fight. I think he nervous. Cause he wanted to fight Keith coming off a 3-year layoff. Now that the fight with him and Earl getting close, he don't want no disturbance of it. So and Keith did kind of look good in that Mario Barrios fight, but for one round. So, man.
So let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you, because why wouldn't you want to see the fight in between? Because you know what I'm saying? Because my whole thing is that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, they not gonna fight until like November, December. So you rather just go without seeing Terence Crawford all that time, a whole year?
I mean, he been doing it so far. I mean, been working for him so far. So at the end of the day, I don't want none of his fans to be like, man, this is why he lost to Earl or
Well, how could they do that if he go in there and he beat the shit out of Keith Thurman?
Man,
he go in there, he beat Keith Thurman, and then go into an Errol Spence fight. You got enough rest. You got enough time in between.
Yeah, because they're going to say, oh, he went through a war with Keith Thurman and all. If he go through a war with him, or, man, look, man, I have a lot of these dudes crazy shit on here, man. So I don't really be, I just want, however Terence Crawford wanted, man.
So it's okay. It's okay for Errol Spence to go through a motherfucking war or whatever and have a, but it ain't okay. That's what I'm saying. Like,
nah, I'm not saying that.
no.
I'm just saying, man, Earl Spence a different breed. Man, you know, we can't be mad that Terence Crawford not a different breed. So, I mean, I can't be mad at that. He's just not that breed.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't see the problem, you know, and especially because see, we all forgetting that he was calling out Keith Thurman. When Keith Thurman was coming fresh off that fucking layoff, he was, oh, well, Keith Thurman, no, we need to fight now. Let's fight now. I want to fight Keith Thurman now. Well, the man ain't got a tune-up fight in. What's the problem?
Because he had the advantage. One thing about the nigga, he loved advantages. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, he really never fought nobody in his whole career but Sean Porter. I mean, when you go back and look at his resume, like I have, and go back and look at some of his fights, man, look, man, you can tell he was 10 times better than most of the people he was in the ring with.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but you know, you're right. Like I said, I ain't tripping. Like I know a lot of people like, nah, because of we might not get the Errol Spence and Crawford fight. I don't care. Like my whole thing is, bro, whoever the best is. If it ain't if it ain't Crawford, and you know, bro, that's just what I'm saying. Whoever the best is.
I mean, I'm with that stance too, but at the end of the day, I want Earl to shut these niggas up. I don't even want Keith to shut these niggas up. I want Earl to shut these niggas up.
Yeah, but you know, hey man, my whole thing is that you was calling for the smoke. You wanted to fight Keith Thurman so bad. Remember, see, y'all tend to forget they was running around Bo Mack, Terence Crawford, all of them was running around saying Keith Thurman ducked him. Keith Thurman priced himself out. He ducked him. We tried to get a fight with Keith Thurman. Now Keith Thurman calling you out, and you're a free agent, and you can make the fight happen, but in plenty enough time to still go in the Errol Spence fight. Now you don't want to fight.
I mean, Keith.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Man, at the end of the day, Keith Thurman ain't ducking last time. Like Keith Thurman said, he used the tactic, go high, and we can come low to a great number. But at the end of the day, man, if Bob Burnham was willing to pay fucking Amir Khan $7 million, so Keith Thurman ain't worth that or more.
B&B Boxing News says dude fights annually, so it won't be any different. Yeah. I mean, you know, bro. I mean, I don't know.
Man, I don't want to see that shit.
What you say, Coach?
I don't want to see that because first of all, we done waited long enough for this fucking fight. They're gonna probably fight in September, October. They ain't gonna wait all the way.
Well, I'm hearing that they're gonna fight closer to November, December.
Well, we'll see. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know one thing. I don't want to see Keith. First of all, at this point, Keith Thurman has been the most inactive fucking guy in the 147 division, right? Even with Earl getting in a car accident, he fought more than fucking Keith Thurman, right? So Keith Thurman really, to be honest with you, he don't fucking deserve to fight because motherfucker, you bullshitted around for all that fucking time.
Terence Crawford fought the same amount of times Errol Spence have, and he ain't had no accident.
Yeah, but the difference is Bud is a champion. Keith Thurman ain't no fucking champion. You know, he fucking.
But my thing, Coach, is we forgetting the main fact is that Bud was calling out Keith Thurman. It's not like Keith Thurman came out and started. Bud was calling him out, talking about we can fight. Like, I want to fight Keith Thurman. And then they tried to say that Keith Thurman ducked him because he priced himself out. This whole time, when Bud was on Keith Thurman's neck, right, begging to fight him, acting like he wanted to fight him so bad, Keith Thurman hadn't fought in over 2 years.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Now, so what I'm saying is now that both y'all free, What's the problem? You was begging and acting like you wanted Keith Thurman so bad when he had
the Spence
fought
fight
in
is
over
here.
2 years.
The Spence fight is here. That's it.
That's not
Spence
gonna.
fight is here. Arrow ain't gonna let that shit happen either. I'm gonna
Why?
tell you that
It's
right
not
now.
gonna
He gonna go to
affect the
fucking
Spence
Al
fight.
Haymon.
It's not gonna
Al
affect the
Haymon.
Spence fight if
Fuck
they
that. I
still
want
gonna
him
fight.
next.
Well, I'm saying if Spence, this doesn't have no effect to me. I think that Bud is gonna go in there and beat Keith Thurman. So with that being said, it wouldn't have no effect on the Errol Spence fight because they still would fight in the same timeline. You know what I'm saying? They still gonna fight, and the fight will be bigger coming off a win against Keith Thurman on pay-per-view.
But Bud ain't gonna agree to that shit. Straight up. Bud is waiting on fucking Errol Spence. I don't care what his fans fucking think. I don't care what nobody think. Bud is not gonna do that shit. He 34 fucking years old, and this gonna be the biggest fucking pay-per-view event in boxing. He gonna make a fucking ass load of money. So he not gonna fucking risk fighting with Keith Thurman. It ain't gonna happen. And then the fucking undisputed belt is gonna be for undisputed. He not gonna he could get hurt in that fucking fight. Like literally hurt. You know what I'm saying? You can fucking tear fucking bicep muscle. You can need surgery. Anything can happen in boxing. So he's not gonna risk that shit to fight Keith Thurman when the undisputed title is right there, almost where he can. It's a carrot in front of a horse. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna risk that shit fighting Keith Thurman. He's not gonna do it. So we could forget about talking about that shit because it ain't gonna happen.
So I'm saying
if I was Bud Crawford, I wouldn't fucking risk it.
So people are okay. I'm asking you. So because from me seeing the chat, right? Everybody like, yeah. He don't need to fight Keith Thurman. So y'all okay with this nigga sitting out just waiting on Errol Spence to fucking do all the heavy moving? Like y'all acting like that Bud been really putting in work like that. This nigga ain't did shit but sit around and wait for Errol Spence to do all the heavy moving. But as soon as it's time for him to fight somebody real, it's like, no, he don't need to. We just want to see him fight Errol.
Keith, not to mention before his Errol Spence fight, he said out his own mouth, I'll fight Keith Thurman. He said he'll fight him.
Yep. Yeah, he said he wanted to. That's what I said right now a little bit ago, Money. I said he was calling out Keith Thurman and didn't even want Keith Thurman to get a fucking tune-up. He didn't even want Keith Thurman to get a tune-up. But now everybody like, oh, no, we don't want to see him fight Keith Thurman. No, we don't want that fight. So y'all cool with this nigga sitting around with his motherfucking legs crossed, just waiting on Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? Just waiting on Errol Spence to do all the heavy lifting.
I mean,
Well, I'll wait for Errol. I'm not gonna fight nobody. Nigga, you stop it. Listen. Abdul, nigga, don't come on my shit telling me to stop. Nigga, you stop. Fuck you talking to, nigga. You stop, nigga. Stop it. Nigga, cut that soft ass shit up.
Porter. And I think that's what he think is enough. He ready to fucking fight Earl. Earl fought after him and got the third strap. And he gonna fucking fight Errol Spence next. They're gonna make that fucking fight. It's gonna be the biggest fight in boxing.
I feel that, Coach. Coach, I feel that.
I mean, that's what we want because we want to see a motherfucker fight, right? We want to see a motherfucker fight. But these guys are the ones that gotta get in that fucking ring, and these the ones that's got to fucking train. Right?
I feel what you're saying, but it's like, don't nobody like when it come to Bud, it's like, oh, he don't have to do nothing.
But you gotta be
Keith Thurman act like a fucking bitch too.
Huh? What you say?
You gotta
Keith
be mad
act like a fucking bitch, bro.
You gotta be mad at Keith too.
You know?
Because at the end of the day,
because
that's what I'm saying. Let both of them get in there and get the smoke. These niggas they shouldn't get the fucking opportunity to just sit around and wait on Errol to fight all the tough ass
Keith
fights.
Thurman sitting around.
These niggas fight each other.
Hold on. Keith Thurman been sitting the fuck around. He been sitting around.
Coach, did you not, Coach?
And then when he comes back, he fucking fight Mario Barrios, bro.
Coach, did you not hear what I just said, Coach? I said both of them. I said they shouldn't get to sit around and fucking just wait for Errol Spence to do all the work. Let these niggas get in the ring and fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence coming off an injury, damn near dying, doing all that shit. He's doing all that shit, right? Y'all expect Errol Spence to just do the most. But then when it comes to the rest of these niggas, oh no, they don't gotta do nothing. Come on, man.
I mean, Bud just fought fucking Sean, and I'm not, I'm who I got in the fucking fight. So it is not even
Bud
about
fought Sean, and that's it. He fought motherfucking Kell Brook before that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fought nobody, bro.
Well, I'm looking at it like this. You gotta look at you gotta put things in, and you gotta look at it like this. Bud Crawford is not gonna risk the biggest fucking payday of his fucking career to fuck around with Keith Thurman, who hasn't even been fucking fighting. You understand?
Hold on, let me
2 fights in 5 years.
Coach, let me address this shit. This nigga Abdul Hakim, he keep coming in typing dumb, silly ass shit. He talking about Earl fought 1 fight in 2 years. Nigga, add it up. Earl fought in December 2020, and he just came back and fought right now, last week. That ain't 2 years. Your boy Bud Crawford has only fought the same amount of times Errol Spence fought. So with that dumb, soft ass shit you coming in here with, Earl only fought 1 fight in 2 years. He fought the same amount of fights that Terence Bud Crawford has fought. What facts are you talking, nigga? You ain't talking about no facts. You talking some bullshit right now. He fought the same amount of fights that Bud Crawford fought. Those are the facts. That ain't no 2 years. That's 1.5 years. Talking about he only fought 1 fight in 2 years. Man, shit be tripping me out, man.
I feel how you feeling, though, Key. Like what happened, right? If Earl go out there and beat his ass, right? Because we know he still got that time frame right now. He only fought once last year. So now you telling me you go wait all the way to September, October to fight Earl Spence and don't get no. And not saying he won't do it. I don't know what his heart built like. If he built like Earl Spence, because we know Earl came off the car crash, fought Danny, came off the fucked up eye, fought Ugas, so
hold on real quick. Let me get this bitch ass nigga up out of my shit, nigga. You can watch from the fucking background. For real. Oh, nigga, your daddy weak. Now go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I don't know if he built like that, or he want to go out there and do that type of shit, or I don't know if the nigga feeling like, oh man, maybe they go try to, you know how Bomac get. We don't know what PPC on. Maybe they try to fuck us over if we go fight Keith Thurman. Oh, they want Thurman and Earl. You know, if Thurman was to win the belt, then it fuck. I don't know what they probably thinking over that motherfucker. You know what I mean? They probably think some bullshit go on, right? Or maybe he is feeling like it's an opportunity. I can go in there and Keith Thurman crack my motherfucking ass. You feel me? Who knows what they thinking about over there? Because even though I will pick Bud to beat Keith Thurman, I'm still gonna keep it real. In the first 6 rounds, Keith Thurman, if he on his shit, right? Like he say, we ain't seen him lately because we know he fat as a motherfucker. But you know, if he on his shit, Keith Thurman is dangerous for anybody the first 6 rounds, in my opinion, because that motherfucker gonna come out firing that shit and he can punch. And we know Bud like to fight. So if you get in the motherfucking foxhole with Keith Thurman and you bang it, and that motherfucker catch you with one of them motherfuckers, who knows? You can knock your motherfucking dick in the dirt. So you know, just off that standpoint, you know how Bomac fat ass think. But we just want 1 fight over there. So my thing is this: will he try to get another tune-up fight elsewhere? Do something with MT, or I think MTK going out of bid. I don't know, but do something with another promotional company, something that won't be so dangerous, just to stay busy, and then come see Earl Spence at the end of the year, because he did say, Earl, I'll be picking up my belts at the later on in the year. So I don't know if he gonna probably, if they already got something brewing with somebody else on the table to where they get a fight in with that fighter, stay independent, and then deal with Earl Spence on the back end. It could be that type of shit. They probably look at Keith as a fucking high risk, and I don't want to get in that motherfucker and chance it to where he might get his ass caught. Or Keith, he might win that bitch and just might get exposed on some shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how they be thinking, bro. So you just got to come down and see what the fuck on their mind or how they feeling. So we all know one thing though, EJ ready. He ain't falling short. He in the gym right now, and no matter what he do, like I said, when Earl call his ass out, it's gonna be a different kind of pressure a different kind of pressure. And whether his ass get a tune up or not, right? Once Earl Spence steps in that offer, his ass better accept and get in that ring. That's all I give a fuck about. So that's on him. If you don't want to stay sharp and get that fight in and be out for a whole nother year going in there with Earl Spence, thinking you that damn good, or you can just go in there, y'all believe in the hype for real, what the fuck y'all talking about, and you get your ass put down, or you want to go in there, be smart, get your tune up in, and then, well, I ain't gonna even say a tune up, get your fight in, and then move on to the big fish, because your ass, you got a problem on your hand either way. But either way it go, once they send that contract, your ass better you better fall in line, homie.
Yeah. And I mean, and I understand 100% that people so invested into Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. They want to see that fight so motherfucking bad. Mm-hmm. And I do too. But not at the expense if I know that you ain't the best. That's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with him fighting Keith Thurman. First of all, I don't think Keith Thurman can beat him. But if Keith Thurman fuck around and beat him, well, is Terence Crawford the best?
Right, shit.
Is he the best? And so what would be a problem with seeing the best versus the best if it is Keith Thurman? Like, if Keith Thurman is better than Terence Crawford, then, and he could prove that, then I'd rather see Keith Thurman. But I know people had this fight in their heads for so many years, they can't see past it. I just want to see the best fight the best, and I don't think that Terence Crawford should be up just because he has accolades that he's done at 140 pounds. Like, why the fuck this nigga don't have to do no type of heavy lifting? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They like, oh, he fought Sean Porter. That's enough. He shouldn't have to fight nobody else because he proved it. He fought Sean Porter. I mean, bro, it is what it is.
I'm with you on that, though. Like I say, then you go out there, you beat Keith Thurman, right? And not just beat him in impressive fashion. It make that shit that much more bigger.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not looking at this from a standpoint that Crawford is gonna go in there and lose to Keith Thurman, right? I just can't see that happening. Now, anything can happen in boxing, but I'm not looking at it from that standpoint. I'm looking at it from the point is that I want Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight to be as big as it can be. Uh-huh. Now, if Terence Crawford fights Keith Thurman in between time, it doesn't affect the Errol Spence fight in between time. If he fights him in between time, beats Keith Thurman in impressive fashion, stops Keith Thurman, how much bigger is the fight between him and Errol Spence gonna be then?
Big as fuck.
It's gonna be a lot bigger than it already is. Cause see, a lot of people like, oh, this fight is already big enough. It don't have to build more. What you mean it don't have to be? It doesn't. Like, I understand, but it's not. What is it's big enough? Are y'all telling me that it's gonna go out there and do 5 million pay-per-view buys?
Right, break Floyd Mayweather in them records.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? It's big enough. It could be bigger, and it doesn't affect the timeline. You feel me? I can understand if it would affect the timeline, but it don't affect the timeline because it's still enough time for that shit to happen in the summer.
Keon, you got $1 billion. You don't need another $1 billion. That's just
you got enough.
Got me fucked up. Give me that bridge.
Omega Red so as boxing fans, y'all don't want Bud versus Thurman on the way to undisputed. Yeah, it's just like I don't know, bro. I think most people, they just have a vested hate towards Keith Thurman. They don't want to see him fight nobody, right? And then other people, they like, oh, Bud doesn't need to do nothing. Bud already did everything that he's supposed to do. Bud this and Bud that, man. Because I guarantee you, if Bud Crawford was Errol Spence, if the tables would turn, I guarantee you the motherfucking energy would be different because y'all want a lot out of Errol Spence. Y'all motherfuckers were saying Errol Spence was ducking, coming off a goddamn a retina tear and a 1.5-year layoff, going in there fighting for a title against your Danis Ugas. Fight for a title against your Danis Ugas. Y'all was saying that man was scared and he was ducking Bud. Only reason he fought Ugas is because he was scared and ducking Bud. But it was for a title. Coming off a 1.5-year layoff in the detached retina. Make that shit make sense. But when Bud, he don't need to do nothing. I'm just saying. Coach, Batman, one of y'all.
Yeah. Like I said, bro.
Poppy says y'all hate Bud. What have we said that equals Bud hate?
Bro, I don't even pay no attention to that shit.
What the fuck
Anyway,
you talking about?
it don't even matter. The whole thing is this. You know, we saying Earl had to have the heavy lifting. We know why all that happened the way it happened, right? We know that only reason he fought Sean Porter was because Sean Porter pushed the issue being his mandatory. That's the only reason. He wouldn't have fought Sean Porter if it didn't get pushed on.
Fight Sean Porter.
Huh?
He didn't even want to fight Sean Porter. He basically
he didn't want to fight Sean. He would have kept on fighting motherfucking lesser talent until Errol Spence came knocking on his door. It's just what it is. I mean, we know what it is, and it is what it is. Now, he didn't want to sign a 2-fight deal with PBC because they was gonna make him fight Thurman first. We all know that was gonna happen. He didn't want to take that deal. So we can forget about the shit. It ain't gonna happen. He gonna fucking wait for Errol Spence to come knocking on his fucking door, just like Errol Spence said. And I could care less because Earl is a fucking man of his word. That motherfucker said what he gonna do and he did it. He did it and he's continuing to do it. So fuck what Bud do. If Bud don't fight Keith Thurman, fine. Keep waiting, motherfucker, until Errol come knock on your fucking door, and you're gonna have to wait and stay out of the fucking ring till September, October, November, December, whatever the fuck it is.
All right,
and it's gonna happen. That dude is coming to get your shit.
Well, let me ask you this.
If he beat you, fine.
Let me ask you this, Coach.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. I had it on. I had something to ask you, and I forgot. Shit, I forgot. I'll get back to it, hopefully.
Now, do I want to see that fight? Of course I'd like to see him fight Keith Thurman because that's a good fucking fight, right? As a boxing fan, it's a good fucking fight. But as a business move, it's not a good business move because there's a possibility that you could get clipped by Keith Thurman. There's a very strong possibility because that motherfucker can crack. There's no doubt about it, bro.
See, Eric Bowden. Eric Bowden, you said no need. This is the point that I've been trying to get across the whole conversation about this Keith Thurman shit. You said there's no need to prolong the biggest fight. We're not talking about prolonging the fight. We're talking about in between because what I'm hearing that if they do fight, the fight is not going to happen until November, December.
Thank you, ma'am.
So what I'm saying is you're not prolonging the fight. You just fighting. Errol Spence just fought. Bud is going to take his fight in between, and then they fight right after that in the same time frame. We're not talking about prolonging the fight. If it was prolonging the fight, I wouldn't even be talking about this shit. I wouldn't even want him to fight nobody if it was going to prolong the fight.
Right.
But you know the thing about it, that's a possibility too. You know what I'm saying? Because if they make that fight in June or July, right? Anything can happen. Bud could get fucking cut real bad. It's a possibility. He fighting a good fucking fight. You know, that take longer for that scar tissue to heal.
You know what, man? I forgot there was Cromé up there. He changed his picture and shit. I said Batman and shit. I forgot you was up there, Kwame.
So you know that's as a business move. Yeah, he doing the right thing. But
I remember what I was gonna ask you, Coach. So
yeah,
what if PBC stand on that square? What if PBC say, nah, we want a 2-fight deal and we want you to take a fight before the Errol Spence fight? Because it's coming. Because you gotta understand, Errol Spence just fought Saturday. So right now, they should already be behind the scenes trying to work out something.
He ain't gonna do it, bro.
You mean to tell me?
See, Terence is the type of dude. He'll cut his nose off to spite his face. That's the type of dude he is. And just to not give Errol Spence what he want, he'll do no. He'll say no.
But I don't
think.
go ahead, Coach.
What I'm saying, right?
Terence Crawford, you can't make him do nothing he don't want to do.
Okay, well, you saying
right?
no, that means that you don't want the Errol Spence fight that bad. How are you gonna say no? I'm coming to PBC.
Then we gonna know that.
Wait, hold on.
People who are fucking boxing fans, we gonna know.
I'm coming to PBC.
You don't want that fight.
I'm coming to PBC where y'all got all the belts. All the belts is over here. I only got one belt that don't nobody that shit don't really hold no weight. I hold weight because of my name, but this belt ain't, you know what I'm saying? So I'm coming to PBC where all y'all got to, and I'm gonna tell y'all how to do business.
Well, I believe,
Hey, bro.
I believe what
That's
Earl
the type
wants,
of
Earl
cat
do.
he is, though, bro.
Yeah,
That's the type of cat he is, bro. We done seen him cut his nose off to spite his face before. So it's not gonna, this is nothing different. The dude is super prideful. You know, he want the Errol Spence fight. You know, Errol Spence, of course we know Errol want the fucking fight. But if he do that, hey, bro, we'll know. I mean, ain't nothing we could do about it. If they offer him a 2-fight deal and he don't fucking take it, hey, bro, we'll know. We can't do nothing about it. All we can do is get on this fucking internet and talk about it. That's it. We can't do shit about it. So
let me read this super chat real quick. Let me go ahead and read this super chat real quick. My man Zenner360 in that super chat. He says, I agree, Bud get the coast a lot. Problem is, I think they trying to make that fight before sanctioning bodies can kill it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. He says Bud should have been had fought with Keith for May. He said Bud should have been had a fight with Keith for May. Think it's He said think it's intentional. Yeah,
absolutely.
Man. And appreciate you in that super chat, man. Salute to you. I got a couple more to get down to. My man Truly Israel said everybody is talking about Keith Thurman. What about Danny Garcia versus Crawford? That sounds better. Danny Garcia is not gonna fight Crawford, and Danny
already
Garcia
said it.
Is talking, you know, and he talking about moving up to 154. But Danny Garcia don't want that smoke. You know what I'm saying?
He already said it. He said
go look at the video Keon put out. Tell you everything.
Yeah, Danny Garcia said no.
Not next.
He said not next. I'll fight him, but not next. On the mic, and it's funny, I forgot I put that video out money until you said it right now. On the mic with Terrence Bailey says, hold on, it jumped on me. He says, there's no Thurman fight. If Thurman beat Bud, then Undisputed is dead right there. EJ back in the gym for Bud right now. EJ don't even want TC versus Keith Thurman. I don't know what he want, but you know,
we know what he wants.
It is what it is, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is if they gonna make the Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight, if they make that fight in September, and then I understand. But if they making that fight in November, December, and Terence Crawford is turning down millions and millions of dollars to fight Keith Thurman to sit out a whole year and wait for Errol Spence, bro, to me, that just showed me that you don't believe all that shit you be talking, that you got a little bit of doubt in your mind. Because if that's me, if I know I can beat you, and I don't think it's no chance that you could beat me, I'm taking that fucking payday and then going into the Errol Spence fight and making even more money than I was before.
Yeah, that's how I feel like. I feel like shit. You probably feel like it's a struggle or whatever the fuck they thinking of. I ain't gonna really say because we don't know, but all I'm saying is I know PBC won't. If you say you want to do the one fight deal with Earl, they go do it. Cause like I say, man, what Errol Spence want, Errol Spence gets, bro. So you know, if you want to sit out, and like I say, you want to sit out and do yourself the injustice by, you know, okay, I feel like I can stay in the gym and get this work in. I'm still short, and I can go in there and do my thing still. More power to him. Let's see if you know what I'm saying, you built like that. But shit, when you got an opportunity like he said to make a motherfucking multi-million, well, I ain't gonna say multi, but a great 7-figure payday, then go and probably get an 8-figure payday. I don't know no motherfucker that'll turn that down. You feel me? Especially you, right? Because we don't know how much longer you got in the game, right? You got 2 big ass fights right there. What you've been wanting. You've been saying you need these PBC fights, and now you got them lined up for you back to back. And you telling me you're not gonna take it, bro? Knowing it's gonna be a fucking lump sum of money. You ain't got to do shit else after that, bro. Let's just say you beat Keith Thurman and you go beat Earl the True Spence Jr. Your shit is solidified, signed, sealed, and delivered, and you can do what the fuck you want to do after that. If you want Jamel Charlo, you can get him. You know what I mean? If you want to say I beat Keith, I beat Earl, now guess what? I'm going up to fight Jamel Charlo. You can do what the fuck you want to do, bro. Your
Check
shit
this out, money.
Huh?
They keep saying that, oh, well, PBC did it for Canelo. For the millionth time, Terence Crawford is not Canelo.
All right, bro.
Like you can't compare him to Canelo. He doesn't put up the numbers. That's the whole reason why PBC was saying we need Terence Crawford for a 2-fight deal. The first fight, they wanted to use that fight to build the fight more and to see what type of pay-per-view numbers he could do with them promoting him. That's why they was stressing a 2-fight deal. He's not Canelo. When they paid Canelo for that 1-fight deal, yeah, they tried to get Canelo a 2-fight deal too. But then with Canelo, they budged off of it because they already know they're gonna come out in the green with Canelo regardless. They don't have to, you know what I'm saying, look at Canelo and say, oh well, man, we taking the chance. We don't know if we're gonna get our money back. All they got to do is open up the books and see the numbers that Canelo do. They already know what numbers.
He got a
Canelo
whole country.
do.
He got a whole country behind him.
Yeah, they already know. They already know what numbers Canelo doing. You can't compare Canelo and Bud. Bud ain't doing nowhere near the numbers Canelo doing. Not even close.
Even though Canelo fucked the shit out of PBC though.
But you know what I'm saying? He's not doing nowhere near close to the numbers that Canelo's doing. Steven, what's happening with it? But yeah, go ahead, Money. My bad. I just want to.
But no, that's all good. Just like, so it's gonna be up to him, man, to go out there and see. Because, like I said, if you can go beat Thurman and fucking Earl back to back, that's what you said you needed when you did an interview with Andre Ward. You say I need those fights to solidify my legacy. There you go. Both of them, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Earl Spence. It gets no better than that. It gets no better than that. Nobody can say shit about Terence Crawford, first ballot Hall of Famer. Like I said, if you want to go up to fight Jamel Charlo next, if he become undisputed, he beat Brian Castano, and voila. Boy, I try to understand, like, you just went through 140 undisputed, 147 undisputed, and 154 undisputed. Come on now, man. But we will see, bro. It's up to him. It's his career, right? Like I said, we all know who in control over there. Bo Mac is in control over there. He's he's driving the ship. And it ain't what Bud say goes, it's what Bo Mac say goes. So we know how Bo Mac feel about Al Heyman and PBC. So we'll see how that shit turn out.
Yeah, man. So it could be a 2-fight deal. You know what I'm saying? I hope they work out. Maybe if they do, because I really don't see them letting Terence Crawford just come over there with 1 fight and chunking the deuce. I don't win, lose, or draw. I don't see them doing no contract like that with him. You know what I'm saying? Now, it could be a 2-fight deal where it's a rematch clause, but say Errol Spence beats Terence Crawford, why is it a rematch clause when he got all the belts?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see Errol Spence stand if he whooped Terence Crawford and he say, okay, well, it's I don't see Terence Crawford getting a rematch clause for himself. Now, I see Errol Spence getting a rematch clause because he the A-side and he got all the belts.
Right.
So I don't know, man. It just hopefully they can work it out. Whether Keith Thurman is thrown in there, whether he ain't. But I was basically, the point I was making is that it ain't bad for him to fight Keith Thurman. It'll just make the fight between him and Errol Spence bigger. While they waiting on that fight in between time. So yeah, bro. I mean. We gonna
risk it,
huh? You don't think so?
Risk that shit. No, he ain't gonna risk it, bro. He ain't gonna risk that shit.
That let me know that if he, I'm not saying that Terence Crawford is thinking like that, but if he's thinking, nope, I'm not taking no fight with no Keith Thurman in between because I don't want to risk it. If he's thinking that already let me know. You don't think that you really ain't on the level, right, in your own mind, that you saying that you is.
All right.
I mean, I don't know about that. You also got to look at it about his handlers, and the fact that, anything can happen that's going to push the fight back even more. That's the thing. A fucking cuts or push a fight back even more. Shit like that. Not to say he don't think he could beat Keith, because I think he feel he could beat Keith Thurman. It's a risk of injury. It's a risk of something like that happening. Bud ain't the type of dude that's gonna be, scared to fight nobody. He just not that type of cat. He that motherfucker fight. But, I think it's more of his handlers gonna be like, man, if you get a fucking major cut, you know, or some shit like that, I don't think they thinking about him losing. It's just the fight will be pushed back even further. You know, it's a risk always when you're dealing with boxing. So,
Scotty, what's happening with it? Read Scotty comment, money.
Scotty talking about, Keon, this ain't the Haney fight. If it's a rematch when both fighters are on the calendar to move up, why not a rematch for both? Spence A- side, it ain't holding that weight you think.
Talking about A- side.
A-.
Who said A- side? He crazy as hell, man.
So Scotty saying if they both on the calendar to move up next time, have a rematch. But shit, Earl trying to go up and get a belt.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing them, you know what I'm saying, have a rematch at 154, but it ain't no belt involved then. You know what I'm saying?
No belt involved.
Man, it's just a lot. I think we should. What's the time frame y'all think it's gonna be to where we hear Bud Crawford, you know, come up with some news
for us the fight being made? Or
yes, he ain't fought since he hasn't fought since November, so December, January, February, March, April. He ain't fought in 5 months, coming on 6 months.
Right, 6 months should be soon for them if they gonna make a move. He in the gym and shit. So right, some news should have been out. You know what I'm saying? Shit. He fought before Earl Spence. He fought in November, right?
Yeah, he fought in November.
Earl fought in December, if I'm not mistaken.
You talking about that? That was the time before. But I'm talking about this last quarter fight.
Oh yeah, he just
fought in November.
Right. So shit, they should be coming up on some.
I mean, shit, Canelo. We already know Canelo already finna fight in like 2 weeks.
Right. So
and they fought damn near around the same time.
I say if they got something locked in or they gonna do something, they need to be announcing that shit. It should have been out because April, May, June, July. If you talking about fight, yeah, I think they probably wait for Earl Spence.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all what could fuck everything up. And I'm saying Crawford, he a hell of a fighter in the ring, but he wishy-washy outside of the ring in the decision that he make. What could fuck everything up is if Brian Castano fuck around and beat Jermell Charlo. If Brian Castano fuck around and beat Jermell Charlo, man, that could fuck up the whole apple because I wouldn't be surprised if motherfucking Terence Crawford said fuck it and go straight after Castano if he could, you know, find some way to do that. That shit wouldn't surprise me one bit. Zenith 360 says PBC made their money back on Canelo, and now now their own fighter Plant has a bigger profile due to it. He says that was an investment. Bud will not raise Spence profile. He already got the bigger name. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. You know, when people try to compare Canelo, you know what I'm saying, with Crawford, it's no comparison. And the reason I said what I just said is because Bud already been talking about moving up to 154. His own family told me that Bud wants to move to 154. That is a fact. They told me that Bud wants to move to 154 pounds. So you know, so we'll see, man. We'll see. We need to hear some announcement fast, though. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Eric Bowden said, bro, all I'm saying is Bud can strike a deal. I never said Bud was bigger than Canelo, but you made the comparison that PBC did it for Canelo, and y'all can't make that comparison because PBC, what me and Zenith just said, PBC did it for Canelo for a reason. Because they knew they was going to make their money back and some with Canelo. They don't know that with Bud. With Bud, they looking at it as taking a chance. The man, what's his name? The dude came out and told you that himself out of his own mouth. What's the dude name? Money. That worked for PBC. Money. Never mind. The dude that worked for PBC, he came out and told y'all out of his own mouth.
I heard Keith. I know you're talking about. I can't get his name though, but everybody was talking about. He said they had no money.
Yeah, talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, I know
He
you're talking
came
about.
out and said it in his own mouth. So that's why I'm like, we gotta Tim Smith. Yeah, Tim Smith told you that out of his own mouth. So we gotta stop skipping around and forgetting what these, these people in the higher up position saying about Bud. He said it out of his own mouth about Bud. That's why it's hard for me to believe that they just gonna sign a one fight deal for Bud and let him chunk the dick and go off in the wind. Bud ain't holding that type of weight. No matter what Scotty Whyte tell y'all, Bud ain't holding that type of weight.
Hell no, he ain't.
If Bud was holding that type of weight, Eddie Hearn wouldn't have came and said, "Nope, I'm cool. I don't want to. I don't want to do no business with him." You know what I'm saying? Who else said it? Eddie Hearn said that shit. We know what Bob Arum said, and this ain't no hate. This is just a fact. Then he had Tim Smith come out and say that shit. So
Oscar De La Hoya said the same thing because he knew he wasn't gonna get it.
Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya said that, like, he's not holding that type of weight like y'all trying to make it seem like he holding weight to where he could just go over there. He gonna demand a one fight deal and they gonna give him what he want and then he gonna dip off. Bro, he ain't holding that type of weight.
Even though Richard said this shit.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Richard Schaefer said it too. He's not holding that type of weight. So a 2-fight deal would be ideal if he really want to go and get this fight. If he want to go get this fight, he can't go over there and say, I'm doing this. It's one fight and I'm gone. They're going to be like, okay, then, bitch, you gone. You know what I'm saying? Okay, then, you gone then. We don't need you anyway. And like I said, I want to see the Bud fight and Errol Spence fight. Errol Spence want that fight bad. The only thing that Bud has on his side, really, because he's not holding no weight like that, is Errol Spence. Depending on how much weight Errol Spence holds behind the scenes. Now, Errol Spence might hold enough weight behind the scenes with PBC to where he could say, fuck, make the fight happen. I don't care if y'all want to sign Bud for 2 fights and he don't want, make it happen. Now, Errol Spence might hold that much of weight to where, you know what I'm saying, he could get Al Heyman to move that needle, even though they don't want to do business like that. They want 2 fights. Maybe Errol
think about this too, Keith. It could be a 2-fight deal, like you said. Earl, the second fight can be with Earl. If like you said, if Earl lose, you got to come back and give him that rematch. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I think that can be the 2-fight deal. And Bud got to agree to that shit because I agree what you're saying too. Like you just come over there, unless Earl like fuck it, win, lose or draw, I'm going to 54 anyway. You know what I'm saying? If it's that type of scenario, then I can understand. But you know. Like you say, if Earl want that bitch, but it probably be like, all right, motherfucker, you want to come over here? You got to put into that contract. If you beat Earl Spence, he get his rematch. That'll be that 2-fight deal. Then you go about your goddamn way.
Well, but then let me make me understand this shit. He's calling out 2 fighters. He's calling out Earl Spence and he's calling out Terence Crawford. They both PBC fighters, but then now you don't want to sign more than 1 fight with PBC, but you want to fight all of their fighters. I don't understand that.
How long you say he calling out 2 fighters, Earl Spence and Terence Crawford? What are you talking about?
No, I said Terence Crawford is calling out 2 fighters. He's calling out Earl Spence and Jermell Charlo.
And yeah, you said Terence Crawford and Earl Spence at first.
Oh,
yeah,
my bad. Yeah, he's calling out Earl Spence and Jermell Charlo, right? Both of those fighters are on PBC, but you don't want to sign more than 1 fight with PBC, but you want to fight all of their fighters. I don't understand that shit, bro. Because they like, oh, he could become a free agent. Who gonna do the motherfucking business for him? Who gonna do the business for him? Bomac? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna do the business for him? Bomac? For him to be a free agent and move like that.
Right. Fuck that money up.
Like, bro, like who really gonna do the business for him? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, it's a lot of obstacles, and Bud don't hold weight like that to be, you know what I'm saying, giving all this pushback. He don't hold weight like that to be. He didn't make the necessary moves that he needed to make business-wise in his career to be a boss like he trying to be.
Yeah.
And you know, I wish he had, but let's just keep it 100. You feel me? Like let's keep it 100. What business moves did he make in his career for him to be able to call shots and tell networks what he gonna do and what he ain't gonna do and what they got to do if they come on, bro? He's not holding weight like that. He's just not. Scotty, you know what I'm saying? Scotty will tell you he is, but you know,
he ain't built like that, Scotty.
I'm just telling the truth. So, Bud, if he really want these fights, like he say he do, he gonna have to give. You know what I'm saying? If he really want these fights, like he say he do, he gonna have to give. And if PBC is offering him a 2-fight deal with a lot of money, he gonna have to take that, or he gonna have to sit on the shelf and motherfucking peek out the blinds and watch the other kids play outside while he fucking locked in the goddamn house. That's what it's gonna have to be.
But neither. I thought you was gonna play with my frog. Looking at it.
You see what I'm saying, man? It's just crazy. Now, Money, man, I'm gonna close it out, Money. I want you to let everybody know what the fuck going on, man. What you got going on, not only today, but what you got going on today and tomorrow. Cause man, you got some big shit popping.
Yeah, tonight, man, we got the 3-division world champion, you know, future Hall of Famer Alvarez coming on the show tonight, everybody, at 8 p.m. Central. So that's 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern time. So y'all come through, show love, man. And tomorrow we got Earl Spence, #1 brother, man. You know, Team Spence. Jay Izza coming through to talk about the fight that just went down this past Saturday. You know, we go, you know, get into the detail. Well, not all the detail, but just talk about a little bit on what's going forward with the Terence Crawford fight. How EJ feeling, how he looking, what his mindset like. You know what I'm saying? We go dive in there, man. So y'all come through, show your boy some love. 8 p.m. Central tonight, 8 p.m. Central tomorrow, man. So y'all come through, rock out with your boy Money B, man. We out here grinding.
That shit finna be fire. I will be in the building. You know what I'm saying? For that, for sure. Man, I appreciate everybody for coming through. A great show. Hit the like button. When you hear us up here arguing, you know what I'm saying? We don't take that shit serious. You know what I'm saying? This is just boxing talk once again. You know what I'm talking about? But a great show. Shout out to World Combat Sports. Shout out to everybody that was in the building. What World Combat say? He said, I'll tune in for the first, but the second I'll be asleep. You stupid. Hey, Scotty crazy as hell, bro. Hey, salute to Batman.
Shout out to my brother Bet.
Bat said, Tank scared of real competition the end of the day. Right? Hey, man, I wouldn't say all of that, but he gotta move. He gotta move better. But man, a great show. Like I said, y'all hit the like button if y'all ain't hit the like button. Shout out to the Queen Sheena, everybody that came through the building. We will be back tomorrow, and y'all make sure that y'all tune in to Money Brown TV tonight and tomorrow night. That shit finna be lit. I can't wait. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all. Appreciate it.